next time I have to apologize, you're seeing me with a harp. Like, just, I'm so sorry that I did this.
Just Trish podcast with literally the number one, like, most requested guest, like, literally doing charity work being here.
You are so delusional.
The most iconic podcast guest in the world. You're in every single podcast in the world. You get the most views for everyone. Tana Mongeau.
Trisha fucking Paytas. She keeps thanking me for being here. I don't know which camera to look at. There's so many. She's so fucking rich. She's so rich. We have to get into that in a second. You are so rich.
Oh, don't even start. You were so rich.
No, it is fucked up, dude. But she keeps thanking me for being here, and I can't express to you enough. Most podcasts feel like work. Today, I feel like a Make-A-Wish child at Disneyland. I am so happy to be here.
Oh my God, I'm so honored. You're so beautiful. I was like, literally, like, you've always been beautiful, but you just keep going up. I'm like, did you have more plastic surgery? Like, tell me your secrets.
I was telling her, like, no, I want more plastic surgery always.
You look so good.
You're the hottest person in person.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
no.
Absolutely ever. No, I swear to God, she is the hottest person in person. Like, you're always the hottest person, but you look incredible.
Oh my gosh. I think that about you too. I saw you and I was like, and this hair.
The wig.
Who's Candace?
This is Candace.
This is Candace.
Hi, I'm Candace.
Okay, hi. Nice to meet you. Alter ego. Do you have alter egos?
I do. We have Trina, which is or Tina when I'm really drunk.
Okay.
And she's awful. Is there any more, Amari?
Let's call you Trinket.
Trinket's cute.
Trinket's like no makeup, like I'm at the house, like covered in food crumbs. This is Candace, though. I'm trying out my wig moment. You've done wigs
I love wigs. What, was your hair breaking?
Super.
Yeah, I was going literally bald.
Yeah, I am absolutely literally bald. We took out the extensions yesterday, and I was like, oh, damn, like I look like Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
And like I'm bald.
No.
And so I can't bleach it for a couple weeks. You get it more than anyone.
Yeah.
So.
Are you going to continue?
One last bleach and tone before the summer ends.
I'm going to miss it. I miss the bleach and tone era of everybody.
It is like a drug.
You're holding strong for the platinum blondes of Y2K.
It's my favorite fucking thing in the world, and I hate that it comes with damage, but I guess that's everything I love.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, this is great, this whole moment.
I love it. I just, don't you like feel weird when you're not blonde?
Yes.
Like,
I don't feel as pretty. I don't even with the platinum blonde. I feel like I'm not like a Playboy bombshell.
Like, I just feel like you get more attention. Yeah. People are like nicer to you. They assume you're dumber, which is my favorite thing ever.
Right,
like,
right.
I can't do anything. I'm just so stupid.
Yeah,
like,
but you play it up. I feel like you play into it.
Yeah.
You like people to think that.
For sure.
Because then people are like, oh, you're actually like so smart. Like, you just did a Forbes interview, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, Forbes.
She keeps up with everything, and I'm like, dude, how? Like,
I watch everything you do.
Your life is you have so many facets of your life. You're always doing something different. One day she works in a drive-thru. The next day she's a multimillionaire. There's Malibu Barbie. There's a new hairstyle. The mohawk, by the way, was iconic.
Thank you.
Energy. But like, and then you still keep up with the shit I do, and I don't understand.
No, I've always loved you. I've always think you're always getting into something. I feel
that's true.
Like it's crazy. You call yourself problematic and canceled, but it's like it's so funny. Like you do always find yourself in situations. Someone's always talking about you. A guy is always talking about. It's just crazy. Like straight men. We have a thing on this podcast where we do not understand straight men at all.
I don't understand them at all.
But you're like friends with all them. You infiltrated the straight man group.
It's like a fun game of chess that I take out from underneath the coffee table every once in a while, and I play.
You're so good at it.
For the girls and the gays, let's be real.
Yeah,
you know?
but the straight males that come for you lately have been insane. I don't even know if you talk about it. By the way, if we talk about something you don't want to talk about, just like don't want to talk
Trisha,
about it, edit it out.
I would talk about anything with you. I will tell you who's on my will right now. Like, you know what I mean? Anything.
You have a will?
Iconic.
I have a mental will.
Rich. I have a mental will. I need to actually do it.
I need to too. It just sounds morbid. I feel like all about manifesting. If you like write something down, it happens. I feel like if you're writing down after I die, then you die.
But think about the blood sucker hungry tigers that are going to try to take all our shit.
Who would try to take yours? Like, who would you think? Because like, can friends take it? Can your parents maybe take it? Who takes it?
I could definitely see like my parents that I was born into trying to take my shit if they're still alive.
Wait, you don't talk to them?
No, I don't talk
to them. But they were so supportive. Like when you did like the Hefner video, they were like reacting to it. Like they were
God, she knows every fucking thing about me.
I was like, what supportive parents you have? I was like, wow, they're watching you be so sexy.
No, you're so sweet. That was a fun blip in time, that video. But no, Amari's family's kind of in my family for like over a decade now. So it slowly became more that, you know what I mean, over time. And they're the best.
Yeah.
They are the best.
Oh, we love Amari. What happened to your podcast? We should have you on too. What happened to your podcast? Do you remember they came for me?
How does she know that?
Every time I see Amari McKee came for me, he's like, let's cancel Trisha Paytas.
He talked about this to me last night. He was like, I'm scared to go to her house because First of all, I damn near hit him, like backhanded him. He was like, I came for sure. I was like, get out. You don't live here anymore.
Oh, last night?
This is a Trisha Paytas household. You know what I mean?
Everybody comes for me. So I get it. I mean, I get why people don't like me.
No, I didn't come for
You did.
What'd you
Like, let's
fucking
cancel
do?
Trisha.
What? Those exact words?
Yeah.
Those exact words?
What title was that?
That was Tara's World. Tara's World was like talking about she doesn't like her and stuff, and then like I talked
Oh,
about
that's stupid
Oh.
rap, bitch.
Okay,
I'll block her on
Tara's
everything.
World.
I'll block her on everything.
Does she
right
not
now.
like me? I follow her.
when we were on the album together.
Oh, okay. I did not watch it because it triggers me to watch people hate me. Like I
Really?
really. Oh, I can't watch anyone talk because I get it why people hate me, but I don't want to see it.
Oh my god.
Especially Reality House. Like what the hell? Like
Yeah,
I was there
Reality
for
House was
2
so
seconds.
iconic, though.
Wait, were you on it?
I was on it, and you and I had a really similar experience because I kind of came in. I left like the first day. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
such a fucking miserable cunt to be around. I'm sorry, Kian and JC.
What
Like
season? Were you on like 3 years?
the one after you, I think.
You were on the one with Amari too.
No,
Land of the Plug. No, that wasn't yours.
no, after that one.
Okay, so you were like the third because they wanted you each season. You kept like flaking, right? That was like the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, by
Flaked
the way,
so hard.
thank you for not. Look, I don't think that's your brand anymore. I was like, oh, everyone's like Tana flakes, Tana flakes. So I got like a little nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, okay,
Yeah.
she can flake because I get glam. But you actually like didn't flake. You're on podcasts. So I'm like, she doesn't flake. She's like on all these podcasts.
I left flaking in like
Love
2022.
Okay, last year.
But like
gross.
beginning of last year, I swear. I still will be a little late occasionally. I was late as fuck today. You live
I'm far for the record.
I just underestimated how far, and then we pull up, and I just have to let the people know, you guys. Trisha, I know you have money like that. I know you have it like that. I see your house on TikTok, but the guard gate for her house is damn near bigger than the entire complex I live in. Like,
well, you're in Hollywood. It's so expensive there.
athletes like a motherfucker live here. I feel like the whole NBA is on this
Yeah,
block.
we have some like WWE people. I think the Disney CEO lives in here. He has like a $35 million
The
house.
Disney CEO lives in your neighborhood. If you see me just like walking around after like hot girl walk, mind your business.
We should
I'm
do that.
trying to-
I do that all the time. We just love to walk around. They have like really cute areas to walk in. Yeah,
and
just
I
to
could-
say you live here.
I need to find a man. I do.
Yeah,
I do. I live here.
Wait, you're
Absolutely.
looking for? I feel like you're just like such a single, like independent female boss. Well, because I think you're. Look, I love that you're iconic because you always are with like tied guys. So many. I can't even keep up with it.
You can't. I
Honestly,
can't. I can't.
Which I love. I think
I
it's cool.
can't.
Like I don't understand when people like shame, like the whole Dylan Danis thing right now, like being like, oh my gosh, she's been with everyone. I'm like, but that's kind of a flex. Like
No, yeah,
you've
like,
been with like
you
Leonardo
posted her
DiCaprio.
with Leo DiCaprio, and it's like what? Like,
Yeah,
oh my,
I don't
we
know why
stand
that's
Nina.
like a weird thing. So I'm like, for you, I was like, that's such a flex. Everyone writes songs. Like, no one's ever written a song about me.
That is so untrue.
That's like gold. No,
I don't believe it at all. And
Literally.
honestly, I will take my music career out of retirement and go to the studio after this and make a song about you if you need.
Oh, your music career was iconic.
No.
So iconic. What made you do that? Like rap or what? Like, did you just like love rapping? You're like, I should be a rapper.
Honestly, you were a really big inspiration.
Your
Yeah, I'm
rapping
so
career?
for real. Like, I don't know what you'd released at the time, but like
Just music
all
videos.
of, like what Chicken Fingers and Lipo
Oh my
changed my life. I know just as much about you as you know about me, so don't even get
I
a
mean, I
fucking
love that.
started,
Thank
bitch.
you.
And I feel like at that time I was very much like you could have told me to do anything for money and I would have done it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of
Did you make money off your music?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is the
And
difference between you and me. You make your money. I like spend my money to do this. I made nothing. I lost $10 million doing music.
Bible.
Yeah, Bible.
But you're saying that from your
Bible.
God-gated mansion.
Yeah.
That's a flex.
I would have 5 of these had I not
Like,
spent money on music videos.
I get
like
that.
the fact that you made. How did you make money off music?
I guess I just had a
Downloads,
lot
streams?
of like streams and like
Wow.
I guess brands and different
They
stuff that I
sponsored
did
you.
musically and music touring. I did
So
a
when
lot
you
of music
toured,
touring.
you performed.
I did 2 full music tours.
What? How did I not know this? Because I knew everything. I knew you did tours. Because like that's
But
iconic.
touring-
I stole
yeah.
your manager because I was like, I need a tour too. How do
And
I do
you
this?
did a full screen
I
live
copy your
tour.
managers every time. I think I've had 2 of your
I
managers.
finally have the one you should copy if you need
Okay.
one. I
Give
finally
me
have the one that I co-signed the copy. It took 3rd time's a charm, baby.
I trail everything you do because when I did your last podcast or canceled 1.0, now
Yes.
you're canceled 2.0. I did the one. You're like, I need a fancy set. I'm like, you had a fancy set, girl. What happened?
Yeah, a lot happened.
Okay.
A lot fucking happened.
I mean, I love
but
your set now. I love the vibe now. Is it just at your house? I love it.
It is a vibe, but I eventually want to do this. Like we have a room like the same size as this, and I think a set would be fun.
It's so fun. Moses
Yeah.
built this whole set for me, so.
You guys are also just the cutest couple. Like
Thank you.
we're driving in, and he's like waiting in the driveway, like come on in. This, by the way, this is like their guest house, like
Yeah.
work area, like side door.
Yeah.
Dude, that's some Kardashian shit.
Right.
Like Alexis, when you did Kris Jenner's makeup, did you not enter through a similar situation?
Yeah, our
Like,
glam enters that way too, because our glam room's right there. So like, we should have you go in there. We have like a little green room, a little glam room with the lights in the
I need to. See, I am gonna like
do a
ask
tour.
for a
yeah,
house
let's
tour.
do it. 100%. I love
And I
giving people
have to meet
tours.
Malibu
Of
Barbie.
course. No, you were so supportive of it. Everyone like came for me for the name, and you're like, oh no, that's a great name. And I was like,
what did they think you were gonna name your fucking daughter? Brittany, Michelle,
yeah, like
Jennifer,
which are all great names.
Fuck Brittany, Michelle. No, I'm just kidding.
Brittany Michelle's cute.
And then I wanted to talk to you about this on Cancel, but I just have to ask you.
Well,
now
we can
'cause I'm like-
overlap, I'm sure.
we will overlap
Yeah.
as fuck. Your next baby, the goal name is Elvis.
100%.
So
Wait, why? Is that bad?
No, Trisha, no.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
iconic. Elvis fucking Paytas.
Yeah, Elvis Paytas for sure. 100%. If it's a boy or a girl, because at first it's like if it's a boy, I think Courtney will name hers Elvis. I have a feeling. Her
I
and
saw
Travis.
that TikTok,
Yeah.
so that's how I like found out about this.
Yeah.
I don't care. You've always wanted to do that. You said it back in the day. You said it on
Literally.
stage on a full screen live
yes,
tour.
Yes, okay, full screen live. Are they still around?
No.
Just collapsed.
For sure. Isn't it
made money,
crazy?
though.
They did make money.
Off everyone's tours.
I think all the people there like left for better touring agencies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're touring now.
I
Who
am
are you
touring
with?
right now.
Just me giving all your secrets.
I am with like WME and Live Nation.
Damn, you're signed
which
with
is-
WME?
I actually, to be honest with you, don't even know.
Oh. You're
I
just, like,
finally
on
have a
tour.
manager where I don't have to like know everything. He
Right.
just says and I go and it's awesome.
No, you're so good with management. You've always been good. That's how you always get in your things. I'm like, wow, she's
You're
elevated
so sweet.
always.
You're so sweet.
And are you singing on your tour? Or you're just doing podcasts on your
Just
tour?
podcast. No, I don't think I'll ever sing on a stage again. That was a wild, bold assumption of me. The amount of auto tune I needed to and
Did you
demo
auto-tune live?
vocalists.
Oh, wait, what? Say
I
again?
didn't auto tune live, but I backtracked live, so I'd play it in the back and kind of like.
Oh, okay. But I feel like everyone
Yeah.
does that, right?
Yeah,
I
and
mean, I feel like everyone, like Mariah Carey, like will stop and you hear like the back. Or who was it? Cardi B recently, like when she got the water bottle thrown at her, she like you heard the track going. So I think everybody does it.
Do you think she was wrong for that? No, right?
Like, is she wrong? Like, no, but she's too rich, right? Because then someone's gonna try and sue her and be like, you
Yeah.
hit me, and then she'll probably settle because she's so rich. I just think when you're rich, you can't be like that, which is annoying because I don't think she's wrong.
Are you worried at all with this podcast about getting sued for slander or
I try to
defamation?
say allegedly, and I try to be really nice to everyone
Allegedly
now.
saved my life.
Allegedly,
bitch.
yeah.
When I learned the allegedly trick, oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah. And in
'cause-
my opinion, that's the other one.
Right,
Yep.
right. Because you have been getting called out lately for you got canceled. Do you talk about this
Yeah.
yet? I mean, you don't have to, but
What?
the whole little wine thing that happened. We don't have to go into
Can
it.
I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
I had an hour call with my lawyer about it in the glam chair today before
Oh,
I came
no.
here.
How do you deal with those things? Do you get stressed? Or you're just like, whatever.
I only ever get stressed, I feel like, once something could potentially go to court. This one, I mean, sincerely, I had a horrible experience and I talked about it. I think it was just kind of like I left a bad Yelp review.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's okay. And if anything, she's going to get so much more business. I'm sure there's people who just want to now go
Of course.
try it out and
Yeah.
whatever. I'm learning to maybe make my aliases stronger, though.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, you
Like-
didn't give an alias. You just said full. But in a way, I guess that is a Yelp review, right? Like, I think that is. I mean, I think maybe that you had a Wendy Williams moment in there. You know, when
Yeah.
she's like
Death
Jamie Lynn,
to
death
all
to
of
all.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like iconic, but also like, ooh, you know.
It's the thing is that like is that I know my audience gets
Yeah.
my vibe, or like you would if I
Everyone
talked
knows
to
you
you
were joking.
But
I mean,
if
you're
someone
not.
who's not in that direct fan base
Yeah.
sees me say some shit like that, it's like, oh my god, Tana, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, or they just
You
like
know?
see you in general and they just get there's something because for you it's like any little thing you say or do people are gonna just like jump on you for. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
that
crazy.
out of context will always kill me.
Yeah.
Because I just say the most out of pocket shit in a sentence, and then the next sentence I'm like, I didn't mean that. But like
Right.
NBC's not putting I didn't mean that in the headline.
Did you have interview? Did you do interviews about that? I feel like you haven't talked about this.
I talked about it on BFF's podcast for
Oh my
a
God,
second
what?
the other day.
You went on there?
I went on BFF's like a day ago. It's coming out. I swear to God, Trisha,
You do all the podcasts.
I sit down for BFFs and I'm like, it's obviously I know they just want the tea,
Right.
but they sent me like the docket before and it's like 7 scandals. And I was like, damn, I'm in like 6 scandals right now.
You
and
are
I
in
didn't
a
even
lot.
I didn't even realize.
I didn't realize either. I'm like, wait, what?
I've gotten to the point where literally I'll be like, oh fuck, I'm in a worldwide scandal. Shit. Like 5 days into it.
You
I
don't know.
even
You don't know. So you don't feel it. Like I feel it when something like comes down on me. It's like all. I mean, now I'm like married and so I can like distract myself. But when before I was like feeling it and I was like so scared all the time. You don't get anxiety over it. You're just like whatever.
I guess I do like sometimes get a little anxiety or I'll read shit. I try to just take everything as constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But like, if anything, I think that now once you really learn canceled culture, you kind of realize like, oh, in a week and a half, this will blow over.
Yeah.
So it's made me almost a little too nonchalant.
Yeah.
And then when shit goes really mainstream, I'll be like, okay, wait, this is a real scandal. What can we learn from this?
Yeah, that's smart.
But yeah, it does make me a little too nonchalant.
When do
for
you
sure.
bust out an apology? Like, you do it in a moment. Like, I will do it so quick. I'll apologize now for this interview. I'm like, I am so sorry. I had no idea.
The preemptive apologies hit. I love it. I'm so sorry for all of the next hour. You know, it's good to just get it out of the way.
Yeah, I try not to be offensive, but, you know, by
I
nature.
apologize when I feel like it's something I did is sincerely morally wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like I am lucky to have like Amari and Paige and like Alexis and like all of my friends in my friend group who will straight up be like, T, you're wrong.
Yeah.
So when it hits that where they're not giggling about the memes and they're being like, okay, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know, that's when I'll hit an apology.
Because I feel like your stuff even lately, it's just like that one, I guess I could see if it was taken out of context. I was like, oh my gosh, you did a death threat or something. But it's like, okay, not that serious. I get, you know what I mean? Like, maybe
not
that.
at death threats. I'm sorry right now.
But why does no one talk about like all the shit that like is done to you? And I feel like they don't get canceled. Like Fousey was literally just like, hey, Tana, I'm not going to like essay you or harass you this time. Like last time. I'm like, what the why is no one talking about that more?
Oh my, did I tell you about that?
No.
Where did you see me talk about that?
No, I didn't see you talk about this. I just saw this clip and I was shook. Like I typed in Tana on TikTok and it was like this clip of him in this car, like leaving this message, be like, oh, I'm not gonna do this like last time. I'm like, what? Why are people not talking about
so
this?
funny. I forgot that he's live streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh my God.
He just went to jail for something. Do you remember what Isabella was saying last night? Oh, he's like
fake
swatted.
SWAT himself?
Yeah, I think he's in jail right now.
What?
But so he sent me that voice memo, and I thought it wasn't on a live stream or anything. He just sent me that in cold, like confidence.
Yeah.
And I played it on Jeff's podcast yesterday, so I thought I had the breaking, but I realized he's live streaming.
Okay, let's get this out tonight, Oscar.
I mean, yeah, right? No, dead fucking ass, Oscar, get to work. But yeah, Fousey's off his rocker. Yeah, people.
Wait, so did that happen? Was there a last time as he referred to?
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah. Like there was, here's the thing. I don't want to say this in a, how do I say this? There wasn't really ever a point where I was genuinely in fear. I think I've been through a lot. Not to ever negate going through something bad, as I've been through a lot worse, but like sincerely, I was with so many people in this context that I was just kind of laughing at him trying this. But Bryce Hall, my ex-friend,
that's a whole other thing.
That is a whole other thing. That
So
was
many
just a
hot
joke.
topics.
That was just a joke. But he threw a party and I went and I was with FouseyTube and the whole night he was just hitting on me so aggressively and like touching me. It was definitely very weird.
Touching? Oh.
Yeah, like touchy, like just like Tana, like hitting on me. My wife, I love you. Can I take you on a date? Whole nine, trying to kiss me. It got to the point where Josie Canseco, one of my good friends, like literally tried to assault him, like fight him. Was like, get the fuck away from her.
God.
And then I don't know, he got kicked out like whole nine. And the next day he sent me a gif of Taylor Swift holding up an I'm sorry thing as his apology, which is just crazy.
Oh my God.
And then now he's like all live and shit. He's so off his rocker that I honest to God feel sorry for him a little.
Of course. No,
Yeah.
it's sad. Like watching someone who's like, I think he's talked about having a mental illness
He's
before,
gotta be
which is
coked
like,
out though.
you think he's on something.
I've never just like seen cocaine. He looks like a human bump of cocaine right now. On the
Yeah,
live.
he's it is sad. It's sad, and like
Yeah.
people are hyping him up for it or like encouraging it. Also, like if he's because I was asking Muslim, like, where is he streaming? Is he on Twitch or something? Like, why aren't they like banning him? Like if he's doing
I
like
don't know.
false swatting. But that is the most disgusting. This is like I'm not kidding when I say like I actually like find straight men so disgusting. Like I can't look at any of them. Like I hate. I'm like learning not to hate because Dr. Drew's like have some empathy, and I was like I'm trying, but like I hate so much, and it's because of this shit, and it's specifically
really is.
you. I think this is why I've always just had a I don't know, like disgust for men. I mean, starting from whatever, trying to kiss you when you were like 18, and I'm just like, what is with these people? First of all, grown ass men. Fousey's like 10 years older than you, which is a big, I don't know when this happened, but a big age difference. Still a big age difference. He's 33, you're 24. A 40-year-old trying to kiss you when you're 18. I'm just like, what is wrong with people? I
actually always have appreciated that about you. I think you're one of the first people ever in my life that made me realize like so much shit wasn't okay. Cause I always I grew up in Vegas. I grew up very big and bad. And I still am. It takes a lot to affect me. So a lot of shit, I will just laugh at someone and be like, you're gross. This is weird. Get help and make fun of them.
Yeah.
But also recognizing people's behaviors aren't okay. And you almost instilled that into me that I now have that same protective nature and aware nature that you once had for me. I have that for so many young girls on TikTok, coming up. I just had a friend who's a TikToker. I have a guy do some really fucked up shit to her, and I went full mom mode, full ruin his life mode, full, And
Wait, did you call him out publicly, or you just to her? You like full on?
He's actually in jail now, so I did. I posted his mugshot on my story.
Oh my
was
God.
like,
I love that about you. Like, I wish I could be more that person. I feel like I hinder people more these days. If I talk, they're like, "Oh, it's Trisha talking. We don't want to listen to her." But I love that you do that. Oh, thank you.
We will always listen.
Well, because you get so much of it from straight guys. It's crazy. I was listening to Jeff and Mike. They had Fousey on.
Yeah.
And they were just talking about how he's like, I want to fuck her and I wanted this. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? First of all, they're your friends, which I know you don't care because they're like your friends. But I'm just like, what is happening? Why are people talking about this like 24-year-old? Because like 24 is an adult, obviously.
Yeah.
But
25, I will say.
You are 25?
I'm 25 now.
Oh, okay. When did you turn 25? June. Okay. I was like, yes. I need to ask you about that trip too. There's so many things to ask. I know.
I'm like sit here with you for 4 hours. If we want to give the people that special, I swear
well,
to God.
I was gonna go more on straight men. We can get into that later. But then I had to talk to you about your girlfriends because here's the thing. I try to have girlfriends. I try to have girls that are friends. And I tried it this summer and it just failed miserably. It failed miserably.
Why?
She just sent my nudes and said I looked like a fat pig in it.
Oh my God. Can I say her name? No, honestly.
I don't
fuck that
you don't have
cunt.
Yeah.
Fuck her so fucking motherfucking hard, Trisha. And I know you sit there, you look pretty, you be nice, because if this goes in, it's gonna get clipped. And here's the thing, she is being non-problematic right now. It is me. I'm trying. This is what happened with the winery girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got mad and I started saying shit, and it was a headline. I have not been that angry at an influencer or a female influencer or someone I knew or someone I even kind of thought I knew in so fucking long. Yeah. Who does that?
I've never been more blindsided. Like I talk about this because like, I thought you were not talking about it. I'm like so in shock every single day. Like I literally would go to Moses. I'm like, I'm shocked. Like, how did this all happen? How did this all come to it? How did this happen? Like, I didn't know her that well, but we were always friendly. I thought she was like wholesome, all this stuff like that. Like, I mean, how did this happen? How was I so blinded? Why did we start a podcast together when she like hated me? And
which just sucks. Like that's what sucks. Like if you don't why would you start a podcast
built
with someone
set.
you don't like?
I bought the costumes. I did the glams. I was just like,
and you go all out for people you love and shit you're excited about, which is what makes me 10 times angrier. People make mistakes. People gossip. But that is so beyond that. You're just a terrible person. And at your prehistoric age, you fucking bitch.
That's what got me. She sent the nudes a month after she gave birth to her first son, to like
go
a fan.
Feed the kids.
Yeah, no,
the
for real.
Fuck?
In this way, I do think there is a time when you're just like, you're a parent. Like, what are you doing?
And
like,
I think that you've said a lot about that having Malibu really made you have a different perspective on things. So for her to just be a mom and be doing, it's also kind of scary to have like know someone has like all these like nudes of you just to like, I don't know, make fun of you, hate on you, I don't know, obsess over you. I don't know what it is. It's like kind of creepy. It is obsession. It is jealousy. It is freak behavior completely, in my opinion. I always remember back in the day, Shane would say like, I like Colleen because she like, and you know how they all were, especially at that time, the gossip in that circle and that life, you know better than I, but I didn't ever think it was like that. I always knew that about her. So when I saw her, it's like, I would never tell her the tea. I knew she'd go tell everyone the tea and shit, but I didn't think it was like that.
Everyone was such a gossiper, but I always said too, I was like, oh, her and Joey are always like the sweet ones, non-problematic ones. Like I always said that. So that was like the biggest shock to me. I'm like, I knew everyone else talked shit. Well, I didn't know until I knew, but I was like, when I find out people talk shit about me, I'm like, because like, and I gave her an out. I was like, hey, did you say this? Like, it's totally fine. Like I totally talk shit about people. Like it's totally fine. And then when she was like, no, they sent pictures to me, and I was like, okay. And then when it came out, I was like, girl, I like tried to give you an out.
Absolutely.
Like what? It's so weird. Yeah. When you ever find out people talk shit about you, it's like, but that's where I was going. You are totally like cool. You'll stay friends with someone you are loyal to a T. Like if your girls, who was it? It's not Brooke, but Ashley.
Ashley.
Yeah. When you were like, oh yeah, she like hooked up with someone I liked, and I was like kind of pissed about it. But we're friends and we're loyal. I'm like, you are loyal.
She is an exception, I think, to a lot of the rules I live with, because she really is like,
day one.
We're almost 10 years deep. You know what I mean? And the guy meant nothing. And the guy played a big role in the playing and lying and whatever it was. And I also like, not to benefit of the doubt her, but like I know her and I know she was so fucking blacked out, and people make mistakes, and I think she truly didn't think I would care, and it just got blown out of proportion like so heavily. So don't get me wrong, if she was someone else and the guy was a different guy I really cared about, or something
like your husband that you're like in love with,
or just someone I was in love with and really dated for like a long time, it'd be, and she wouldn't do that, she wouldn't cross me like that, and it just,
that's what scares me about girlfriends. And it's why I never had girlfriends when I was in my 20s, because I was so insecure, and I always thought, I'm like, well, they're gonna sleep with the guy I like. And then I hear your stories, and it happens so many times, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It is crazy with 20s and drama and all that shit, but I hate to see you write off the idea of girlfriends forever.
I'm trying.
Like,
I'm trying.
Here,
okay.
bitch. I will come over. I will do whatever the fuck you want.
You are just everywhere, though. You are which is
but
great.
Like, I like you more than 99% of people.
Oh
like, no, that is not, I'm not like blowing smoke up your ass.
I'm so shocked.
You're my favorite human being.
Because people I know always like try to like, especially like back in the day, the Vlog Squad days, I feel like people always thought like I hated you or something like that. So I thought you thought I hated you. And I was just like, this is like an 18-year-old, like you just turned 18. And I'm just like, this poor, I don't know. Every time he came over to, there was always like dark, and not you, but at that house, that dark energy. I remember the last night, and they're like, what would you do to have like a threesome? And I just remember feeling like, I like pretended to sleep. I was just like so traumatized by this. I'm like, this is disgusting.
That
it's like
whole era is such a weird time, and that I feel like I continued in that with so many different people for a long time, where everything was for the vlog, every line was blurred, and you don't know what's real and you don't know what isn't, and it fucks with your head.
It fucks with your head.
Fucks with your head so hard. That was like a big lesson I had to learn, like the differentiation between content and friendship, and I think it has improved the majority of my friendships. Since.
Well, I wondered that. Were you like genuinely just like to be there on them, or would you come just to be like, okay, let me just collab? It's like a collaboration.
Do you mean the Vlog Squad specifically?
Yeah, or any of your sister squads, whatever squad you've been in. All the squads. You've been in every squad, which I love. Again, iconic.
Sister squad. I was a lot closer with James. We were actually really friends off camera and would like do a lot of shit together. David and I didn't really do much off camera, but he didn't really do anything off camera.
I always said that to him. I'm like, why don't we hang out? He's like, I don't hang out with anyone. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like everything was just on camera with David. So that was he was kind of an anomaly to that like rule. Like even with Jake Paul, like we would all do shit off camera. Like there was more real bonds there with people's worlds than with David. Everything was pretty much on camera. But I think his on-camera personality was really the only personality I ever got to know, and I did like it at the time we were. And then life changed, I guess. I don't know.
So what happened with that? So you don't talk to them anymore
at all?
Because you are someone who does go to like every single group. You're like on every podcast, every group. Even if like someone doesn't like someone, you're just like cool with everybody. So that's why I was like kind of shocked that like whole thing well, not shocked, but like kind of shocked that you're just like, I don't like them anymore.
I can still see certain like adjacents and be okay. Yeah. Like I could see like a Matt King and we'll kick it. I could see like a Heath Hassar.
I forgot. I remember that name.
So real. That's so real. That's a blonde, super innocent one.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
No, I know the name.
She doesn't need to know.
Shit.
Like, it's fine. Like, I could see.
Hung out with Zayn and Heath.
I could see like a
Zayn and Heath.
I could see. I don't know. Zayn and David are really close to the point that I could see Zayn not liking me. I know Todd hates me. Todd and I are. That's no more. And I liked Natalie. Still, we were cool, but I feel like her association with Todd almost made it to where it was like her boyfriend hates my guts. So
wait, why does he hate you? Like, why would anyone hate you for real?
Well, so
because you're not problematic.
Essentially, I just started getting really, really close with Jeff. And the whole I thing really like put it over the edge, I think. And I truly mean this. It's my formed opinion. It's not Jeff being like, form this opinion. Yeah. You know what I mean? I do think he cares about loyalty. And if I was still kicking it with David, he would be hurt and we wouldn't be as close. But that's not it really was like seeing someone that you spend a lot of time with and you really care about go for their 10th eye surgery that they're paying for. And you're in the middle of Utah and he's stuck in this house and he's on all these he can't walk and he's bleeding out of his eyes and he's paying for it all himself. And even just every day we're driving in the car and it's like, can you look in my mirror because I can't see, which is crazy. I'm letting this blind man drive me around, but
maybe get a driver.
And just the psychological damage, his like lack of trust, his lack of knowing if anything is real, his like, you know what I mean? Just all that shit. It really like hurt me for him to the point that I started vocalizing that, and obviously I think that
to the group, like off camera, or you say it on your podcast,
on camera a lot,
okay,
and off camera.
Would you tell them like what the fuck, pay for his surgeries?
No, not to them. I'm saying on podcasts. I was saying it. I would say it off camera at any time. Yeah. And anytime I've had a conversation with them, I say, "Yo, I ride for Jeff. I feel bad for Jeff. I think David still has never, and in my opinion, should just say, hey, I'm really sorry that you're blind in your eye."
And like pay, I know it's an admission of guilt, but it's like you have so much money. You make $1 million off Snapchat, and plus you got All American Rejects at your party, which is not that much of a flex, but it's still like he has the money. I'm not gonna lie,
I saw that and I was like, damn. Wish I could see them live in that setting, but I couldn't. No, they're
kind of lame. I did a music video for them, and they were not very nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The lead singer had to like push me. I don't know. He was like, it was weird. Not my vibe.
Oh my God. God, I could sit with you for 6.5 hours. That just opened like Pandora's box of questions I have for you.
They're just like old. I'm surprised you like them. They're like older than me. They're like
love-
old and outdated.
I love an alternative music moment.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
so young.
My punk era was
What?
real. Well, because I like always date weird little punk musicians.
Oh, that's
and
right.
so it kind of like shaped a lot of how I am. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
you-
I'm angsty. I'm angry. I love
Yeah,
that.
I can
I'm like,
see that.
gives you
You're
hell.
kind of you're like
like love that song.
yeah, you're very like Ashley Simpson in like her Ashley Simpson in her prime.
Honestly,
with Pete
that's a compliment.
Wentz.
Oh,
You know?
Pete Wentz was one of my first crushes ever. I remember being like 14 and I wrote a letter to him and I thought he was
What?
gonna get it.
Oh
I really
my!
did.
Have you met him?
No, I actually haven't.
Yeah, he's kind of. I mean, I don't know him either,
haven't.
but he seems cool. Again, they're just kind of like old. I'm just surprised they're like
Yeah.
way older.
I don't know.
But you could have been. So you weren't at that party.
No, I was not at that party. I've never, like, to David's face, I don't think he'd ever want to have that conversation with me. It's just, as soon as I started talking about it online, it was like I saw him at Coachella and it was like, we just exchanged one look and the look said everything, you know?
Yeah.
But Todd doesn't like me because, like, God, what happened?
You
The
don't
way
even know.
I can't even. All I know for a fact is he lied. Wait, hold on. What?
It was the Dobrik's pizza night.
I know, but
my
that's when he
God.
called me out for whatever he thinks I lied about. Or no, I don't know.
What did you lie
I
about?
remember I didn't lie.
I feel like you're so honest, like to your
I
fault.
have nothing to lie about in the
Yeah.
Jeff situation.
Yeah.
It's not my situation, and what the fuck is there to lie about? The man is blind in his eye.
I think
Like-
everyone sympathized for Jeff. There's not one person who's like Jeff was in the wrong.
Yeah, like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I saw him at Dobrik's Pizza, or not Dobrik's Pizza. It was a Babylon event for Paramount, which I'm now weirdly banned from, just like Jeff, after I had an altercation there.
What? Wait, well, first of all, what's Babylon? What is that?
It's a movie. It was a Brad Pitt movie. They had an event for it.
Were you paid to go? Do people get
Paramount.
paid to go to those?
I get paid to go to events, not that one. That was just like a good carpet and a fun event, and everyone was
I
going.
always wonder how people go to these things. That's so exciting.
I'm just trying to keep my
Okay.
clout up, you know?
No, I love it. Your clout
I'll
is at
offer
an
you
all-time
everything.
high.
Can you please walk a red carpet with me at some point?
Oh my God.
Can we please? No, I'm so
I
for
would
real.
look crazy.
What do you mean?
I've never walked a red carpet because I just would look so dumb. Even now, taking a picture, I'm like, I look so dumb.
You've lost your fucking
I
marbles.
have like my angles, and I can't be on a red carpet where
So
they're
do I,
photographing all the angles.
So do I. Hit the same
No,
two
you're
angles.
teeny
and then,
tiny.
No, and then I save the one Getty I like, and then you know damn well I still Facetune it. So if you want to see the original, download that Getty Images app, baby, and search Tana Mongeau.
You do not Facetune. Your face is like
You are fucking
flawless. No, your
Okay.
teeth are perfect. Your lips are perfect.
Someone stop her.
No, your skin. Look at my skin. My skin's broken out. Your skin's
No,
like flawless,
you're-
broke.
I
Like
promise
perfect.
you, I Facetune the house down boots, bitch.
What?
I did surgery on my Alexis glam photo today.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my!
I put the wig in a different place.
Congrats on being back together, by the way. I found
yeah.
Alexis because of you. Alexis Oakley, just
She's
really
the
great.
best.
She's amazing.
We're back and we're better than ever.
Yeah, I love that because you were like the OG Alexis Oakley user.
I stand her for it's since, like forever, since the dawn of time. The first time she ever did my makeup, I was like, okay, so what do you think about never leaving?
Yeah.
Ever, and then she never
Put her
left.
on a salary, just
Yeah.
put like the Kardashians do
I've
with
tried.
Ariana.
The bitch is too goddamn busy, I swear to
Yeah,
God.
she's also like an influencer. 'Cause I'm like, are you a makeup artist or an influencer? She's like kind of
both. She's
yeah.
in her fucking bag.
I feel like you're
dude,
like an
too.
influencer. I mean, you're such a good makeup artist, but I feel like
I'm so grateful that I get like, and you also do because I've confirmed this with her. We get like the homie hookup rate, but
Yes, and
I
I
feel
tell her.
bad for the bitches whose like weddings are across the.
No, you should charge. You should charge. Yeah. No, I always am like, girl, let me tell you, like, she's very sweet. But like, honestly, you should like get top dollar for you. But also, I know you're like bougie. She went to like Italy and had like Prada sandals. Prada. I'm like, I'm
How
not even
does she
buying Prada.
know everything, dude? It's so impressive.
I like my daily vlogs are like hers. I copy her like pace, her fastness. I'm like, okay, guys, then I want this, and then I'm very that. I love your daily vlogs, Alexis Oakley.
She's
so
the best.
good.
God,
No,
Trisha, you're
she's
such
great.
a ride or die. You're such a good.
Yeah.
You're walking a red carpet with me though.
Okay,
I promise.
But can we do a good one?
Yes.
I don't know about Babylon.
I'll let you. Yeah, no Babylon. No Babylon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, at the Babylon event, Toddy he kind of, in my opinion, really yelled at me. Like, and
In your face?
Yeah, like not like this, but like, you know, a distance. And Zayn was there trying to like mediate it because it actually got really real. And then that is how it started. It just, and I never really feel like a little uncomfortable. I remember walking away. I called Jeff immediately and I like wanted to cry. And I know that if a man's like yelling at me, I will fold every single time. First of all, I will cry every single time.
That's I think you should like but men know that to never
and
do
I'm
that.
not saying screaming. I'm just saying like it was stern. It was a little louder than talking pace. It made me feel some type of way. I podcasted about it. He went on a Twitch stream and was like, Tana's a fucking liar. Like that never happened. And I was like, bro.
And he called you out by name.
Yeah.
Usually they don't. They're usually a little like scared and cowardly. They don't like to say the names,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. He said the names and ever since then I haven't looked back. And
Yeah.
I've been good. There's a lot of shit I feel like I could say that I don't say, but that's, I don't know.
Same. I'm always like, he never liked me. I know.
Look at us
What is
go.
this? This is
Like that.
I'm so old. I literally never know what to do.
This is not a young person thing.
Oh, okay. I like it. We both have our blueberry milk Sophia Richie nails.
I love us trying to be Sophia. Like nothing
You
about
are
us
trying to get into your Sophia Richie era, I saw.
Yeah, and my
You're
actions are what's really holding me back, I think, you know?
No, but you
Like-
are like holding it together again for all these guys attacking you and coming for you. I'm just like, you
You're
guys are
so
like
sweet.
straight men trying to like cling on to Tana's like fame and clout
for
any
the-
chance you get.
Do you know on tour at our last show in Pittsburgh? So our show is all girls. I'm sure yours was the girls and the gays. It's really similar.
Yeah, always.
Like when you tour, and then there's like those 5 straight men. They're usually boyfriends who got dragged.
Right.
And then there's one occasionally who like loves OnlyFans so much he decided to
I
come
love
try
those
to see
though.
it in
If
person.
you're on my OnlyFans, okay, you're fine.
Yeah, those are the only
straight guys are
men.
fine.
Yeah, those are the exception to the
Yeah.
rule. But 2 straight guys got in a fucking fight in the crowd at our show in Pittsburgh.
Over
like,
what?
I don't know. It was like 2 girls' boyfriends and they were fighting. I don't know.
Oh my god, did you kick him out?
They got kicked out. The security kicked
This
them
is
out.
what I'm saying. Like, why be physical? Why be? It's only straight guys
You're
doing
fighting
this.
a Tana Mongeau canceled event. You're so embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
That's what it all comes back to. Is just straight men are so embarrassing.
They're so embarrassing, and every
Yeah.
time they talk about you and say this stuff, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Even like Todd screaming at you, it's like, or like talking to you sternly, even confronting you about something, which is you said wasn't even true. Like you said, you don't lie. So it's also like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he was essentially just trying to say to me, like, I do just want to clarify. It wasn't that he was saying I was lying. He said I lied later on the Twitch stream about this interaction, but he was essentially just trying to say like there's 2 sides to every story, inferring that there's a David side and a Jeff side. And I said, okay, well there's a body and a crane, and that's my 2 sides.
And there's a camera. Yeah, there's a video.
Yeah, those are my 2 sides. I don't, you know.
It was crazy. That whole thing was still insane to me. That's another one that I like. Sometimes there's cancellations that like don't matter and like should not like whatever. Then there's like some big cancellations that shouldn't even be called cancellations, like illegal shit. Like you ruin someone's life, like you like alter this person's life, and people just are like, it's fine, we still love you. Like it's like crazy to me.
It's mind blowing to me, that one.
And is that lawsuit done? Do you know? I know you don't have to talk about it. I'll have Jeff on. Just kidding.
Jeff would come. Jeff, you should have Jeff on. He would come on and he'd be so funny.
I'm scared of him now. I used to not be scared. I'm like, okay,
I'll
you know
chaperone.
what? Okay.
Because I think he'd be scared of you way more than you are of him. I can actually Jeff would be terrified of coming here way more. Oh my God. He should. I would love to see it.
I used to hate Jeff more than anyone.
Really? Tell me.
In the vlog squad. Yeah, well, the whole Starbucks incident, you know, that whole thing.
Okay,
that
so-
was a 2-sided story for sure.
So he saw you.
Should we rehash
Jeff,
the
I
Starbucks?
love you. I believe you've grown, but I'm gonna laugh at you right now. And you would do the same for me. You just had FouseyTube on, okay?
Which is insane. I'm like, what?
To be honest, I might have him uncanceled. I do like appreciate that about Jeff. He's made me a little more like that. Like he'll have someone on that he doesn't like morally agree with at all, just to almost like exploit them and laugh at them, which I think is really fucking funny.
Usually it's funny. I mean, this person's
Like-
like meant. You should need security, like at
Yeah.
your podcast if he comes. Like he literally is just
I will.
like.
I made that joke. I was
Okay.
like, bodyguard's gonna come from the
'Cause,
front
like,
door
that
to the
is-
podcast room.
No, it's
Yeah.
he's a little terrifying, and I don't want him to come for me. But I get nervous only because I recognize it. Like I know I'm a
You
mentally
really-
ill person. Like he talks about it. He talks about being bipolar, I think, or something.
Yeah.
So I'm also.
It's crazy that you're nervous for anyone to come for you though, because you're the goddamn queen, and you're just. I get this from you. I swear, we're cockroaches. They can't kill us. We will never die.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of. I don't think I'm like in that role with you. I think like I have been canceled. I'm kind of in cancel like island right now. I don't think I've ever
you're
fully
not.
came
You're
back.
on Trisha Paytas Guardgate Island, bitch. What?
Right?
Like no. And if you're on Cancel Island, so am I, and bitch. We can build a
not.
bonfire.
No, I can.
I'm ready.
I got so canceled. You canceled me off the canceled podcast. My episode was deleted.
Do you know that I never fucking deleted that? And now I would never fucking delete that. It was the
It's
most viewed
fine.
episode. Do you know me? I like money and I like views and I love you.
What happened?
I'm never deleting anything with that many views, first of all. I'm just putting that out there, like ever. I don't know what happened. I don't know if like YouTube took it down or if it was during something. But also I told you I switched podcast production.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get my legal jargon ready to be able to talk. I'm sorry, it's my legally blonde. Let me put my
You're
Elle
smart.
Woods hat on.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if in a world someone maybe deleted that without me knowing.
Wait, why? Because they didn't like me?
I have no idea.
That was so weird.
No.
I was like, oh my God. Well, I was getting hardcore canceled, so like everyone was like distance themselves
For
from
what?
me. I have no idea.
That's what's crazy is it's like, I don't even, that's what I'm trying to say to you. It's like, no one remembers. Like, you're just Trisha. Like,
I know. Now there's like a list of things
Just
that like
Trish.
half of it's, yeah, it's just Trish.
she's just
I wanted
fucking
to do like
Trish.
only Trish or something, but my OnlyFans is only Trish. So
Yeah.
Are you still big into OnlyFans? Are you still making content?
Yes, always. I don't promote it as much, I guess.
You never do, and I know you're making
I
bank.
know.
I'm like, how?
I get scared on Instagram because
I'm
my
so
Instagram,
jealous.
bitch, you
I
are
never
so
post on
good.
Instagram. I never
Give
do.
me the house. But my Instagram got deleted like maybe like almost 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. And I like am very for a fact sure because I was going hardcore porn star OnlyFans promo. And I really like, I'm grateful for some connections I had because I really don't think I would have gotten it back if there weren't some people who knew some people at some meta worlds that maybe wanted to fuck me. Like, you know, like if I
That's
didn't
when you use it
if
to
I
your
didn't turn
advantage.
my, like, hey baby, like I just really need my Instagram back. If I didn't turn that on, I wouldn't have one.
Is that
So
what you
I
had to
think-
do? Oh my god!
I didn't literally fuck for my Instagram back, but
I
I
would
just-
have when I was single.
I absolutely would have. I absolutely
would've.
would have. No question, no doubt about it. Okay, that's my bread and butter. That's my business. It's not
Yeah.
for the vanity of it. It's for the money of
For
it. Okay,
sure.
I'm not trying to live under the 405. Okay, if I had to
Right.
suck one dick for it, you know, I've done worse for free.
Right,
But,
exactly.
You know, but when I came back on Instagram, I just kind of stopped because I was scared, and I knew if it happened again, I probably wouldn't get it back. So I will on Twitter occasionally. I'll do the occasional story. I'm lucky to have the cult people I have on the OnlyFans already.
Yeah.
We should do a collab. Do you ever?
Would love to. Would love to do a collab because I don't know. I
And
only
then we'll
promote on
send-
Twitter.
We'll hand deliver the SD card to Colleen Ballinger's door, and she can have a screening party for it. Can't wait. I'll join her. Shit. Fucking
Oh my
join
God.
her. I
That's
can't.
crazy. I know it is insane.
Sorry.
No, I still do the OF, but it is hard to promote. It's hard to do it. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. But do you have your own agency now?
I do. So
So you're helping like girls make money?
I don't handle the finances of it all because that's not my forte. Imagine me handling anyone's money. I
I
can
feel like
barely
you're
handle
so
my
smart
own.
with that. I'm not good with finances.
Do you know what's
either.
funny though is you said something one time that really resonates with me. I have my financial manager and I listen to her come hell or high water. Like what Kathy says fucking goes. If Kathy says you're flying economy and not the jet this week, or if you're doing whatever it is,
I've never seen you in economy. You are in a
that's true.
what do they call it? PJ every
I'll occasionally do it. I really will. If there's like no flights or
economy. You're in first class if you're flying
I'm
commercial.
actually about to fly economy on tour.
Oh yeah, I've totally done tour. You gotta
yeah.
make the most money you can.
Make the most money, and like if I do economy or if I do first class, then I'm putting Brooke in first class, then I'm putting Paige in first class. I'd almost rather just if it's a 2-hour flight,
I
just
do
sit
that
with
too.
them all in all the rows and work and talk and whatever. But
It's a vibe.
But you said one time you were like, someone was like, "How much money do you have?" And you were like, "I literally don't know."
Yeah,
and
I know.
I'm the same way. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
you
I
have
really
enough.
like. I know. I see the checks. I approve every deal I do. I know what I make on like OnlyFans. I know what I make on the podcast. I know what I make with the agency. I know what I make with equity and shit and like whatever. But I'm never like opening it up and logging in and seeing.
Yeah, making sure.
Yeah, and just like she budgets me and I listen.
I mean, that's amazing. It's good you have someone to trust too, because sometimes those are people are hard to find.
Shiesty. I've had some shiesty ass
I
people
know,
with my money.
and then you get in trouble,
Yeah.
and it's a whole thing. So,
Yeah.
but OF is like so the agency. Then you're helping girls make. Because I think Riley Reid has an agency too, and she like collabs with the
does.
girls to like
She
help bring
does.
them up.
That's something that I don't do enough. So if you see me collabing with a bunch of bitches soon, I need to do it.
That's the way to do it, and then you build all them up, and then you're
I mean, I just sign girls a lot. So I am with and was with and have always been with Unruly Agency. And the CEO of it, Tara, is like one of my best friends. I've known her. Like I was there when she was like, I want to start an agency. And now it's like the #1 earning
Huge,
OnlyFans
yeah.
agency. And so I've been with her from the absolute literal jump and known her for years before that. So she really has my best interest in mind. And she's been there through every manager. She's helped me through every blip in my businesses. She's smart as fuck. I love a girl boss.
we love a
And,
female anything.
Yeah, her and her sister like own and run the agency, so it's the sickest thing to see. So she eventually like kind of helped me start my own agency with Unruly employees that she already trusted and vetted for years. So. And I mean, you know, we both just been fucked over so hard,
Yes.
money-wise, from people, men especially. So I love to be able to sign someone where, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I'm like, listen, I'm here and I've been here this whole time. So, you know what I mean? And just creative. A lot of girls like are so hot and have the OF potential and like want to do it and they're funny, but they don't know
What
their
to do.
creative niches and what to do. So I have fun with it.
What's like the best selling thing that you like given advice to girls? Because I need help with my OF. Because I used to just do like hardcore sex tapes, but I don't do that anymore because I'm married. So now I'm like, what can I do that's not
So
hardcore
Moses
to make
is
my
not featured on
I wish. I begged him at the beginning of our
His face
relationship.
says no.
I begged him, and and he's just like, no. But I mean, like, I respected that. I mean, ultimately, I don't think I want to be with an OnlyFans guy. No offense to OnlyFans guys.
No,
but,
I get
you
that.
know,
I get that.
Like when I see Adam and Lena, I'm just like, I love them, but I'm also like, could never. Like, how?
It's hard. It's crazy. That whole scandal they had was crazy.
That was crazy, and they were like totally okay with it, which is like. I've always been blown away by that. When I first started talking to them and talking about threesomes, I'm like, wow, you are like so secure. I don't think I could ever have a threesome with my guy.
So secure. Same. I don't like threesomes. I like foursomes. It's got to be. Well, here's
girls
the thing.
or guys or all.
It doesn't really matter. I just think it's more. There's a more even playing field. You know,
right?
Like there can be a 2 and 2 sitch. Like if it's a threesome, especially if it's with like my man. I've never had a threesome.
Yeah.
If it's a or it's with someone I like.
Oh, you never had a threesome period with someone else's couple?
I've never had a threesome at all.
Would you do it with Adam and Lena? That'd be a big one.
I would do it with like a couple, not them for some reason.
Why?
I've just known them for so long that are. I know they would. I think Adam's even like made jokes about it, but like, I really look at them as like a big brother, big sister vibe.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to. The first video I ever saw of them was in your video, you watching them,
dude. And
I was like,
a video that got deleted. That's a video that got deleted. That was
crazy. And I just remember like, what? And at the time, I was very like, oh my god, what is this? But then I'm like, I mean, kind of everything.
YouTube was crazy then. I like the fact that I actually sat down and filmed myself watching two people live have sex and posted a live reaction video to it, and it was monetized.
Yeah,
it was monetized.
YouTube was wild.
YouTube, oh god, I miss it so much. The monetization.
Me too. My titles were crazy. I'm like, I had sex with a whole baseball team. You know, like all of a sudden it's like they would do so well, and yours, of course.
And you are just the goat with the no edit, like 3 videos a day. I can't imagine the AdSense.
I still never edit.
Imagine the fucking AdSense.
No, AdSense used to be crazy. I always tell people, I'm like, back in the day, like you could make like $200,000 easily off AdSense. It was so good. Now it's like literally like 7,000. I think.
Yeah, I make like
crazy.
nothing AdSense.
We don't make YouTube anymore. You just do podcasts.
I go through phases and like breaks, like where I will do YouTube for a couple months, like in like April, May, I was uploading like twice a week and shit. But it's just not the same market. Like kids don't watch YouTube the way like our generation and shit did. They watch TikTok. So it's like, I know I'm never going to garner those views. It's more just like I'll do it for passion because that's the only thing I've ever been passionate about. I love to make a video.
Too, yeah.
And for like the diehards, you know, I know the diehards love it. And it is fun as fuck to feel like I made this video and I put it out and I love
you edit it.
Yeah, I edit
That's
pretty
a lot,
much everything.
yeah.
I now have an amazing guy, J-Rod, who helps me, but he still just does like the first pass. Like I still love to like make it mine and edit.
That's crazy. I never learned to edit. Still have no idea how to do it. I just upload straight to
but
the thing.
It's so fucking. Do you dead ass?
Yeah, I
from
upload
your
every day
phone?
still, and no one watches my main channel. It's like 30,000. This one I have no idea how this podcast goes.
I watch your main
thank you.
channel.
2 people, literally the 2 people.
The title just says divorce.
Oh my god, mine?
You?
The Britney divorce. Yeah, I have to clickbait these days. It did get 200,000 views. I try to do the clickbait wherever I can.
Oh my, I will clickbait till the goddamn cows come home.
You were good at clickbait.
Like he'll ask me for a title and I'll give him the most outlandish title and he'll be like, that literally didn't happen in the video. And I'm like, do you want money or not?
Yeah, you just gotta post it. Or you just say it once. I learned that from Shane. He's like, you just say something once and that's the title. So like if his was like, you know, I had sex with NSYNC or something and he mentioned it one time in the video and then that was like the title.
Yeah, literally one sentence. And I'll spin that sentence into the core, you know what I mean?
Do you ever talk to him anymore?
Shane?
Yeah.
Not really. I'll try. I wanted to have him on Canceled, and I'm still down to have him on Canceled.
Maybe he's too canceled for Canceled.
No one's too
He's
canceled
not.
for
People,
Canceled.
yeah, that's true. People like that's the thing. Everyone comes back.
I would have him on Canceled. I really would, but I think he's just
scared.
I was gonna say afraid, and I didn't want. I don't mean that in a mean way. I think
no, of course, he's like living his life in like Montana or something.
Yeah, and him and Ryland are just like whatever. The last conversation I had with him was a really, really good one, a really meaningful one. It was at like a Jeffree Star skin event or something.
I love that you go to like all these random. You're at every event. I'm like, oh my god, at Jeffree Star's event. That's
clout farming my life away. I'm not as much eventy as I was this was like 2 years ago, but we had a really good conversation. We both like cried and talked a lot of shit out, and it felt like the closing of a really big chapter of my life. So I'm happy with where it sits at, and I'm happy for him. And
he made so much money off conspiracies. Like, peace out. I don't need anybody anymore. He's like retired for like 20 million. He made some. I don't know. He never told me, but I think it was something like that. I
for sure, so much fucking goddamn money. The books, everything.
So he's like, I don't give a fuck.
And he was always smart with his money too. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Like his account would be like, you have to spend more money. I was like, ugh, can't relate. I wouldn't have that much money where I'm just like, bye. I would say bye to YouTube. I play the lottery 5 times a week, so I'm hoping to just win and be done.
Oh my god, we have a friend like that. He does that all the time.
Every day. Yeah, if I win tonight, I will not show up at Canceled tomorrow. Like, bye. I'll do that That'll be my last one. I'll do
That's
my
your
last
peace out. That's
my
your peace out.
Oh, I would.
And
be
you
so
just come on
happy.
and say fuck you to absolutely everyone.
I would go off on everybody and just delete everything.
Do you ever fantasize about a moment? Because I do. I fantasize, and this will happen in my life one day. Mark my fucking absolute words. Unless I die.
Is it good? Make sure it's good if you're gonna mark your words.
Oh, mark my fucking words.
Okay.
And if I die, you better do this shit for me.
Okay, it's
someone
good.
better
It's
do this shit
positive.
for me. No.
Well, don't say something bad out loud.
Well, I don't. You can take it as if it's positive or not. But when I feel like I have the retirement bank account, and I don't know, and then I'm done. You know what I mean? And that like now I want to go do a completely different thing. I think I'll have a Kim K moment where it's like I want to be a lawyer now or something. But that's not the mark my words of it all.
Okay.
And I don't know if this will come in the form of a book, of an 8-hour-long biopic. I don't know. I'm exposing everyone.
Oh,
My final fuck you
I
will
love
ruin
that.
the lives of everyone that I have not been able to yet.
good. Do you want to be alive or you want to be dead? What would you prefer?
I just kill myself after.
I mean, do you want
That's
it
the
to
headline. Clip it. I know.
Do you want it to come out after you're dead? So you're like, okay, because that happens. People write the books and it's like they die and then they like expose everybody.
I'm chill with either.
Yeah,
No,
I
I don't know because I'm down to. Well, the thing is I might
Right.
do it and someone might kill me.
What if you get killed?
You know, that's a sick way to go out, dude.
No, you'll have so much security. Like you'll be retirement money. You'll have all that money, like fuck you money, and then you'll
That's
be able
for
to get
sure.
security.
I'm just excited for that moment for sure. And I'm not saying we all don't have demons and darkness in our closets. I know that when I do that, I will also air myself out. It'll be a fair playing field. You know, anything I've never told anyone.
I don't think it's the
But-
I don't know your dark demons, but I know mine, and it's like it's just not the same. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
There's people, and I know. I think that's why I related to you. That's why I always feel for you. Like when someone's been like trauma, like traumatized, and you're really good at like not caring. Almost like you like when you talk about like the guys talking about, you're like it's whatever. I do it as a joke, but it's like
Yeah.
you have that for a reason. You had to like toughen up and like harden. So it's
Yeah.
like I think most people would be like, oh my god, this is like not right. I think now that I'm 35, I like look at it and I'm like, oh my god. Even when I was like younger, I just like I don't even say I loved it, but I was okay with people like degrading me, making fun of me,
Yeah.
like whatever. And I would do it to myself. I would talk about being a prostitute, all stuff like that. But then like
Yeah.
realizing now, I'm like, ew, that's like so sick and like not okay. And I think most like sane people who haven't had trauma in their life or whatever, not that I mean everyone's had trauma, but like deep rooted like evil done to
fucked
them.
up. That's what evil is the difference.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here to expose one day is the
evil.
evil. Especially in Hollywood and especially in even our industry. Like, people always talk about like old Hollywood and traditional Hollywood being evil, but there's maybe just as much in the, internet side as well.
Dark. And I bet you have so much, like just the amount of men that like come for you, shame for you, all this stuff like that, like
Yeah.
shame you is like insane. And you are a good sport about it. Like they were talking about me, but even some of those songs are like so harsh. And I'm just like,
I don't get very many love songs. I'll say that. Like, I get a lot of "fuck you, you stupid bitch" songs.
And then you're great because you're like, this is great. And honestly, like me too. I feel like if there was a song about me, I'd be like, yeah, that's amazing. Because like it is like I guess somewhat of a compliment. But they're so harsh and like these men, I'm just like, what?
I think that a lot of people, like I've had, a decent amount of mean songs written about me, but Mod Sun really, one of my exes, this guy Mod Sun.
I know Monson. I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm explaining anything there.
I know him because of you. I've literally never heard of him before you.
He
and I
wrote
was like,
this song about me called Karma. And Karma it's still the meanest song to ever
Is it
be written about me.
new-ish?
Not really. This was like probably 4 years ago.
How's it go? Can you sing
But
it?
It goes like, I hope you choke on every lie you said to me. I hope you move out of this city suddenly. I hope
gosh.
you get everything you deserve. Karma's a bitch, I heard. That's the chorus.
Oh
So
my-
think about what the verses say.
okay, it's kind of catchy.
It's
Minus the choke part, I think it's kind of catchy.
No, it's like, I hope you choke. It's actually very catchy. It's a great song.
His songs are
But
catchy.
It ended up being, it still is his most successful song. It went like gold. Like he tours it. It's his like big banger song on stage.
that's a flex.
Like, you know what I mean? It really,
That's cool.
Yeah,
He should pay you. Does
honestly.
he give you money?
no.
Cut or check.
And it's like, God damn, give me some money. I was just cool with him. And then we had another falling out breakup 2.0. So now I'm back in my.
Yeah, because you were kind of like, is he like, I feel like when you talk about him, I only know like a few of your current exes because there's like so many
many.
guys. You're like this guy, which I again love. Like
Yeah.
I wish that was me back in the day. I never got guys like you got guys. I think it's great.
You're
But-
so hilarious.
but-
You're so hot and so silly.
My son though, like I know because of you. That Chris guy, I know because of you. Like I literally don't know any of these people, but I go like search them after you. I'm like, who's this person? Who's this person? The Chris one, I gotta just be honest. I don't know him, and he could. So this is all like whatever. Just my initial feeling is like maybe no. It gave me flashbacks to a guy I used to date, and I'm just like, oh no.
I completely understand
Darkness.
that. He
could be
might be
sweet, though.
darkness, but he is a lot of light as well. He's sincerely like my best friend, and we have been very toxic and we'll fight, but I will always care about him. But I understand completely that aesthetically you look at him and you say, you know what I mean?
Aesthetically, that would be my type too. Like back in the day, I always like
darkness,
that type.
The aesthetic gives
You have like there's an energy that you feel for a second. Because I saw him pop up recently in TikTok. I was like, oh no.
No,
you know?
but I think Chris, sincerely, I can say this, and I know it. I know he really loves and cares about me. And like at the end of the day, like would never want anything bad to happen to me. And I respect that. We are just friends, but like great friends, best friends. But yeah, but with Mod, he wrote that song. And doing so well, I think, almost inspired other artists to kind of do the same thing. So a lot of the other mean songs, I almost am like, I know why you're doing this. So it's not as Mod's was hurtful because I was like, you mean this? He titled that album "Internet Killed the Rock Star" and said like, "You're internet." Like, you know what I mean?
I love that though. You are internet. That's iconic.
Yeah. It is iconic.
That's
I'll give
so
it to him.
cool.
He's poetic as fuck. Like he'll do the damn thing.
He seems. Who's the other one that's like he's not in tattoos, but he kind of looks like that guy. He has like a song where it's like I crashed my car.
Oh yeah, so Christian French.
Oh yeah, I found him because of you too. All these people should be cutting you checks. I was like, oh, he's cool.
He really should cut me a damn check. That level of promotion. So Christian is the one I was just talking about, where it's like we're so cool. Like nothing bad ever happened with us, and the conversation was very much like I'm gonna do this because I know it's gonna like do well, and I was like, listen, do it.
Yeah,
like I'll be in the music video. I don't give a because he's a really good person.
Are you going to? Is it out?
I don't know if he's gonna do a music video. It is out.
Me too.
And it's doing really good. So I love that for him. Very great song.
Because of you. Because I see it all the time because of you. I swear on everything.
You're a sweetie sweetheart.
I would be so honest.
He is also so talented. I used to listen to his music like 8 years ago. You know?
He's good. That's what I'm saying. I find these people like Mod Sun, and I'm like, oh, they're good, but I find them because of you, so they should give you a referral.
I really am like a my pussy's a record label at this point.
You're kind of like Good Luck Charlie. Did you ever see that movie? Good Luck Chuck? Do you remember that with Dane Cook? Whoever like would marry him or fuck him, like whoever would date him would get married to the next guy.
Do you know what's so fucking funny? Is I literally was just saying this to them today. This is such a weird coincidence. What's the other one? Like John Tucker Must Die, or is it Good Luck Chuck? It might be Good Luck Chuck that I was referencing, and it's not John Tucker. Where lately, every single time I've been like talking to a guy, like we're like going on dates or we're hooking up, and it'll go on for a couple months, and things naturally fizzle out or it doesn't progress, and things. The last like 2 guys that's happened to me with, the second we end things, they'll have a girlfriend, and the girlfriend will be like my legit, which this is why it's frustrating and hurtful, my legit polar opposite. Like they'll go from me to like the most goody two shoes, like, but I'm like, damn, like, what did I do to you? Like, it just happened to me today. This guy called me. He was like, I should just let you know I have a girlfriend now. So if my like demeanor changes, whatever, like we're good friends too. So whatever. But I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I was like screaming in her glam chair for like 5 minutes. I was like, Alexis, just stop with the wing for a second. I need to scream.
You need to, but you're saying you want to pivot into that, but I don't think you should because you're so one of a kind. Because you're not like a bad girl. You're not like a trashy girl. Like, I feel like your original era was like trashy, like in a good way. Trashy core is good.
Trashy in a horrible way.
No, I live for trashy.
Trashy
I was like,
Vegas core. I'm still.
But you're not. You're really like the in between now. You're the influencer. You have the money. You have the aesthetic, but you're still like wild yourself. Like,
And I'm trying to rebrand.
Sexy. What are you trying to rebrand? What do you want to be like?
I think that it's the Sophia Richie of it all did inspire me. Her going from like the Fashion Nova vibe with Scott Disick to like the Grange vibe, with the mansion and the wedding and whatever. I was like, damn, I want to hit a rebrand like that. I know it's a little harder for me. I put a lot of work into the other brand. And just Brooke, being around Brooke is such a like our personalities are very similar.
Right.
But people perceive her so differently because of like her demeanor and how she carries herself and her style. And I was like, damn, maybe I'll try out a turtleneck.
Did you ever try it? Have you tried it to see?
I've been slowly incorporating it in. Maybe I'll do a slick bun. Maybe I'll do a brown wig. Maybe
the wig is this starting. It's like I feel like the blonde, like once you put like a little bit of like highlight in there, it's like one, your hair will be like healthier. Like I love the platinum blonde too, but the minute I like now I have like actual hair. Like this is all my hair. You know what I mean? So it's like
this hair looks great.
But I feel like
That's me right now. I'm bald. It's bad.
Mine was actually going bad. It was like half an inch or something like that. But I don't think you should change too much. I think you should still be you.
I'll always be me. I'm not going to do anything that genuinely feels like I'm trying to be something I'm not. I just think also turning 25, even just in this past couple months, like not quarter life crisis, because I don't feel like I'm in crisis. I feel amazing. Like,
that's good.
I'm relaxed. Life is good. Like I'm handling the shit as I handle it. But quarter life realization maybe might be the thing. It's like, okay, like 20 through 25 was so fun and wild and crazy, but I want 25 to 30 to be the maturation of Tana.
What's maturation?
Like maturing.
Oh, I never heard that word.
Wow.
Okay, so what what is mature? You are smart. No, you have a good vocabulary.
Sometimes I use
Can't
words
you-
wrong though. I won't
So
lie.
what's that mean? What's the, like to you? What is maturing? What
I
is
think
your?
that I know, and the people around me know that I've matured a lot. But unfortunately, with the internet, you know this. You are held and pinned to certain bullet point moments of your life forever. You know,
Yeah.
Like so many people will always think of me as who I was at TanaCon, who I was at my fake wedding, who I was on MTV, who I was screaming in a fucking video, who I was blacked out in a paparazzi video. Like it takes.
Wait, which one were you blacked out in? The Bryce Hall one?
All of them.
Okay.
No, I was sober during that, which makes it so much more embarrassing.
Okay. No, that was great. You said it's embarrassing, but all those moments are actually iconic.
I wouldn't change them for the world.
They're,
I really
the fact
wouldn't.
that you have so many eras at 25 is crazy.
It is crazy, and I think that it takes effort to show people like, hey, look, I'm different now. You have to,
You have to just
you gotta
do
play
it.
the game as well with this shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like let me put on my little clean girl outfit and really fool the people.
Yeah, I
really
think a turtleneck
convince the
could be a
people.
moment just to shock people. Maybe
We're gonna
like
do
play it out for like a year and just see.
I'm just gonna like Steve Jobs. I'm in a black turtleneck and jeans everywhere I go.
Maybe not Steve. I'm thinking more like Ariana Grande at Wimbledon. You know, she had this gray turtleneck and a gray skirt. That's, I think, your vibe. Then you can land Ethan Slater too.
Oh my god, that shit is crazy.
Crazy. What do you think about that? What do you think about her?
I mean, fuck.
Have you ever stolen a man?
No,
That's good. You're a girl's girl. You're like,
I really haven't. I have had one relationship where I knew that he'd broken up with someone like 4 days before me. That was actually like this year. And I still felt really uneasy about that, but I knew him and we were great friends and I knew they were like fighting all the time, breaking up all the time.
is this the guy with the tattoos and the guitar off TikTok?
No.
The one that the girlfriend was like, I have a girlfriend.
That was just drama. That was a crazy scandal. I can
was
tell
that
you.
real? Or were you just like,
Nothing happened there. Like
Oh.
essentially, I saw him on my For You page. We were drunk in London, Paige and I and some friends. We were all kind of just daring each other to do random shit. And Lila always slides in. I see him on my TikTok. I'm like, this guy's so hot. I've never seen him in my life. He's playing guitar. He is so hot. I can't deny it.
he's so hot and you would
And
never know he has a girlfriend, like
I
on
didn't
TikTok
know.
anyways.
And I didn't go through his Instagram.
Who does?
Lila
Yeah.
always slides in people's DMs by saying God sent me here. And instead of hi, instead of hey, she'll just say God sent me here. And they were like, they dared me to say God sent me here. And this girl essentially, she posted on her story. She takes it. She's like, I know you knew we were dating, whatever. I've met her twice. There's so much, but I've just explained it. It's a beaten dead horse at this
I
point.
just don't know how it blew up so big because, like, is he famous? Like, I don't know. I like just saw it because of you once again. I'm like, what is happening?
I really
here?
don't know how that one blew up so big either. It kind of blew my mind on that one. I'm not going to lie.
That's what I'm
didn't
saying.
think it
People,
would.
anything you say just becomes like so headline news, and I'm just like, geez. I mean, it's good. Like, it's
so
good to
nice.
have that. Like, in a way, like you can do anything in your headlines.
That one was another one though where I definitely took it too far. She pissed me the fuck off, and I was saying crazy shit. and
you
it's
go
like,
off, but
It's a problem. If you get me there, it takes a lot to get me there. But if you get me there,
yeah. No, but that's,
So
this is
help
the
me
years
God.
to do it. Before you have kids. I think once you're, again, going back to if you have kids, you need to, like, maybe not do that. But
yeah,
now you should do
this
it all.
might be my last year of that though. I think that's gonna come with my rebrand as
the
well.
maturation of Tana.
Yeah, canceled eventually is gonna be like Bible scripture.
It's so good you have that podcast though, because now you can like say, because even today I was like, oh my God, maybe she wants to save all this for her podcast. But you just be going on every podcast talking about it, which I
Yeah,
love.
I air it all out, and I try to give canceled. Our return time isn't as good as everyone else's, so everyone gets the fucking
I wondered
shit.
that. I'm like, how much of a delay are you on?
Usually it's a week, but sometimes we stack or switch
Okay.
around. Like sometimes I'll air a bunch of shit out and I'm like, this is too fresh. People are gonna go find this person,
Yeah.
and I just broke up with them yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't need all that. So then I'll like switch them, and I just did that.
Like, because you wanted to get something out quicker.
Almost because I wanted to like delay all this shit I was airing out.
Why
Like,
did you want to delay it? Isn't it better to you break it?
yeah, I guess, but sometimes I really do. I know it comes as a shock, but I will feel for people's feelings. I know that my fans are going to go find them, or like if I just break up with a guy and I want to talk about it and I release that podcast the next day, and I know my fans are potentially going to go find that guy and comment like, you lost Tana 1,000 times. It's like, oh, let's give him a week.
Right.
You know, like let's like, you know, I don't know.
I know. I feel like looking back, I'm like, that's kind of one thing I always kind of regret is like airing out so much. But I know like when you feel so strongly and you just want to let it out, you just want to let it
Yeah.
out. You don't think about how powerful it is.
Yeah,
and you are.
that's something I still battle with, because it's like, fuck, it's my truth. I want to tell it. I'm mad at this. Or if someone comes for me, it's like they got to come for me. Why can't I come for them back?
Yes.
But having to recognize the power that comes with the shit that we say, you know, and
oh, it's crazy. And it like does like, I mean, I've definitely like, and I've talked about this, like ruin like a couple people's lives. And I like feel guilt to this day. You know what I mean? Because it's like at a time when I was popular and people listened to me, I definitely like had the snake emojis on people think. And I do feel bad. There's certain people I'm like, okay, there's certain people I literally don't care and I wish I could expose more of. And then there's certain people I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have because they're just
I think the same way you'd say to me, everything you do is so goddamn iconic. I wouldn't change a fucking thing.
It's part of your story. Yeah, I feel like for me, I'm like, I can show like, you know, if you're mentally ill too, you can have like a successful life, you know, because there's nothing wrong with being mentally ill, just get help.
That's what I write it all off as too. I'm like, I'm here to show these traumatized broke bitches with bad households and lives that they can control their own narrative.
No, your story is like very powerful that way because it's like, I always at least have like my like family, like, you know, like I know you have like a Mari's family.
Cute.
Yeah, my mom's been so supportive. Like even my dad, like behind the scenes, like I've always had like a pretty good family. So even when I feel awful, like I didn't know when
and
to
your sister.
So my sister's great.
She's a cutie.
Close.
We were like DMing for a while. Like she's super
really?
sweet.
She
I
loves
think
you.
Maybe I might have just lied and completely made that up, but I think
maybe
I was.
She does talk to like random like influencers sometimes because she's like not online anymore, but she does like talk to
If I'm making that up, my bad, but I love her regardless.
No, I love. She'll love that. She'll be like, yes, we DM. You know what I mean? No, you were so sweet to them. I remember one time you were like in, I think it was Jordan's car, and you were at our apartment. You said hi to my mom, and she was like, she's so nice.
Oh my god, wait, that's
you're like
so
really
cute.
sweet. Yeah.
The Jordan era. That is so fun. I can't wait to hear off camera. That you were,
I know. I literally was just like, wow, I need to get because I never had a manager.
I have a good one for you now.
Okay.
That I really
about manager 1 or 2. We need to start use code names. You're just saying, okay.
I have a good manager for you. Manager 3. I'm saying like if we ever aren't working together, just know he dropped me. Like
Okay.
I'm not dropping him.
Did
know
you
what I
always
mean?
drop manager 1, manager 2?
Manager 2 and it was a lot more brief. Jordan was like 7 or 8 years, and then now even Seth, my current manager, we're going on a year, and I'll take it all the way home if he wants to. And then David was kind of the interim for like a year and a half. David, it wasn't that I like dropped David. We still work together at a lot of capacities. Like he'll bring me deals, he'll bring me podcasts, we'll do stuff. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He just like his whole life managed like rappers.
Right.
Like,
he has like Ray,
like Ray J and like Too Short and like all that shit, you know? And I think he was great at bringing me deals and stuff, but there is a value to having someone in the social media space who's like, hey, there's this drama right now with like Alex Earl, you should capitalize on her or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, like he just wasn't tapped into that like scene as much, you know, but he did help me with a lot of mainstream media shit, you know, which was good at the time, I think, for
Is
my
that something you want to do? Like mainstream?
Not now. I think just when I was leaving Jordan, I thought that's what I like wanted. There was a big part of me that wanted to do a lot of shit to like hurt Jordan. Yeah. I did leave Jordan, and you know, that was like a whole big
Are you guys cool now? You guys are cool now, right?
We're cool now. We just don't really like kick it. We don't really talk shit and giggle, which I do miss sometimes, but it's just, it was messy. It was a lot of emotions and a lot of...
Too close, maybe.
Yeah, and I think there is validity to two people seeing things very differently, seeing a situation very differently. Like I'm not, you know, when shit first went one way, I was very much like, he's wrong. But growing up, it's like, no, like I was just 15, 16, 17, 18, 19...
So
with a brain that's still like developing, and you're like this grown ass person, you know.
How much older was he than you?
I think he was like 30 when he signed me.
How old were you?
Like 15 or 16.
God, that's young.
Yeah. Maybe those are guesstimates.
15, you were signed to a manager.
Or 16, maybe full contract.
Did your parents have to sign off with you, or was it just
not for that?
Yeah,
no,
just like a talent
they
thing.
definitely would control my money, in my opinion, until I was 18.
So you never got emancipated or anything?
No, because to get emancipated, I mean, you got to get the parents to go to court. You got to get the parents to sign. There's a lot of stuff like that. Like the court doesn't care enough to like summon a parent to show up for emancipation. And I think in every regard they wanted to emancipate me, except for the fact that would then, you know, emancipation sometimes can cut people off from children's finances,
right?
You know, so
oh my god, do you have are you like relieved that's a cut off, or were you like traumatized? Like that's a lot. I can't imagine thinking my parents didn't want me or something.
The real cutoff was in 2021. They sued me for like heavily sued me for attempted to sue me and never fully went to court for slander because I talked about my childhood on my MTV show, and everything I said was my story, and to me it was my truth. Yeah, you know what I mean? And the episodes were around how Mari's family took me in, and so a lot of that was telling the reality show how that came about. You know what I mean? And they had I'm sure you know to an extent that there's two types of lawyers. One that you pay like hourly and whatever, and then the type of lawyer that comes on and says, you don't have to pay me, but if we win, I get
Pro
40%.
bono. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was one of those. And my lawyer was explaining to me, because my lawyer has been an entertainment lawyer his whole life. He's done Stormy Daniels, Trump, the craziest cases.
Yeah.
He's fucking the GOAT. Shout out Keith and Melanie. I would die without you guys. And he was like, listen, I've seen this 1,000 times, you know, like child star, pro bono lawyer, parents want money, lawyer wants money, so they run it home. So it was one of those like situations.
So what happened with it?
We ended up settling. Like I just paid them. I paid them off. I'm not gonna lie. Not the full, you know, settling obviously comes with settling. So we worked it down to as low as the pro bono lawyer would go without going to court, because this was during quarantine.
Oh my God.
So court cases were dragged out at that time for like 3 years. And every case was like, or every time we'd meet and in mediation and discuss it, was bringing up so much shit from my childhood. Like that's what I had to fight, that like these things I said are true and here's why and here's what happened to me. And they had to fight, you know, like we never did this and whatever. But it was getting to the point where it's like the court case would it be in front of a jury, you know, for years of my life, and medical subpoenas and all this, you know what I mean? Like prove that you needed so much dental work because you never got it. Like you prove with your blood work that you aren't on drugs and not saying this, just all this fucking crazy ass shit. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
So
Johnny
much.
Depp and Amber Heard style in front of the whole world for 3 years.
You're a spectacle.
There was an amount of money that was worth just making it all stop, I guess, you know?
I know, because
So-
people look at you, and like with Johnny Depp, it's like you look at him as just that now. You don't think of him as like a good actor. Or like
Yeah, and I mean, not that, you know, I wouldn't really care. The clout of it all would have been like fun, but I think the trauma outweighed the clout for that one, which is rare for me.
Right.
I
Yeah,
will
because you don't
say.
talk too much about it. I know. I was just curious. Cause
Well, I also, again, one day book, I'll air everything that I feel out one day, but I really just have never, I don't talk about it a lot because I don't want to go through it again. I don't want to go back to court. I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're alive, if they're dead, if they're in the mood to run that back and collect another, you know, I think if they ever did run it back, I would go to court though. I would do the damn thing just out of spite, you know, I'm not going to,
That's what a lot of people do, I feel, because you don't want to pay to settle, because then it just shows like anyone can do that to you. Anyone can just kind of like, you know, especially
and when
parents.
it comes to legal like work shit, I'm fighting it to the fucking core. I'm not going to settle, because then exactly it shows everyone.
Yeah, especially if you are not in the wrong in this, but it's your own parents, which is like
that's what made it so hard. It was so much like emotional shit along with, and I was just so busy at the time. It was like, oh my God, like what, I need to stop working and shooting and doing everything in the world to sit in court.
So time consuming, money just like drains. Like anytime I've done a lawsuit, it drains. I won a lawsuit and I still haven't gotten paid, and you have to like get a private investigator to like take the funds out of their account, and then if they don't have the funds, it's like even if you win, you lose. It's like so much money.
And that's the thing too, is it's like I've gone to court with people and sued them and countersued and all that type of stuff and won, because those people had money that I could win.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm losing that no matter what, because either I'm paying or I'm not paying them, and I'm paying my lawyers as much as I was going to pay them.
Right. So it's just easier to like have it cut like that.
Yeah. Which obviously my pride wanted to, you know, but.
Oh, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Do you think that's affected you? Like because you want to be in a relationship, you want to get married, do you want to have kids, do you want that? Or are you just like,
Oh, yeah.
So do you think it's because like you didn't have that close family, so you're just like, I'm trying to.
No, if anything, I think it made me want it more.
Yeah.
Like, and it made me want to like have kids and give them like the life and the love that I never had. Like
you'd
so
be
much.
Great mom. I mean, you're very young, but you
inspire me a lot. When I see you being such a good mom, like singing with Malibu, I just want to say, Trisha, it's like the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, and just handling everything that you still handle with it. Even with the Colleen thing, I was talking to Brooke about how much it upset me, to the point that I literally was like moved to tears. I was like, she's so strong, and the fact that she genuinely thinks there's no good in this world, especially with like female friends and colleagues and just this shit. It's like, I just want to show her there is. Like
You've always been great. You've always been. You texted me about that. You've always been good.
I really sincerely like. I want to start doing things with you and be a good friend to you and change your perspective.
You have been, because it's crazy when you think you've been such close friends, and I feel like all my friendships have ended this way. When you find out they talk bad about you behind your back, you're just like shocked.
And that's like fucked. Like I sincerely like. That's my biggest thing. Like if I find someone talking shit about me, I'm very much a say it to my face person. I know you are too. And then I get real Vegas. Like I've like I haven't been doing this shit for 10 years, and I get real like, okay, let's go duke it out.
Right.
Like which is wild, but that's just fucked. You deserve people who you know, if they wouldn't say it to your face, they wouldn't say it behind your back.
I don't know what it is, honestly, because I feel like I talk shit about people, but not like my friends, not people I'm like close with. So when I find that out, like one of my close friends was like called me like a like he would tell everyone I'm a compulsive liar and I'm a psychopath. I'm like, that blew my mind because I was like, what? I've never once talked shit about this person, and never once would I think they talk shit about me. So when you find that out, you're just like, oh my God, like you don't know who to trust. Honestly, it's why I don't trust anyone. It's why I don't talk to anyone. And it's like not to say that I'm not a great friend either, in the sense that like I don't text people, I don't call, I don't hang out. So
I totally get what you're saying, though. Obviously, even just the shit with my parents in my life, I don't really trust anyone. I trust like Amari, I trust my day ones, I trust Paige, I trust Alexa, I trust the people close as fuck to me. But it also takes a cool 2 years to prove that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
Even
not
just
bad. 2 years is
like that's the entry level trust. I think, you know, like I'm just now getting there with even like Jeff. I'm finally like, okay, I think I trust you for now. You know.
Yeah. Are you guys doing your podcast?
We will eventually, I think, do something. I think we were gonna do a podcast together, and we promote. This is one of those things. We promoted it so hard.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Great name.
You're so.
It was a great name. I'm like, do it now.
She blows my fucking mind, dude.
I have like literally tens of thousands of note cards on here, all your like things, and I haven't used it once. Like
I can't wait
these
to
are
look
all
at those.
Tana notes. I can give them to you. You can just do all the things I was going to ask you.
I'll go speed round.
Like, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but with Jeff and I, it was in the interim of when I was getting a new production team for Canceled, and it was on pause before 2.0 came out.
Yeah.
And I really just think that, especially this time around with Canceled, it's so different. You know, my production team is my really close friends. It's people who have all worked with Jeff that did Jeff's show first.
The people on camera with him, like in the bathtub and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Like he was very gracious to be like, "What's mine is yours." So I was like, "I will take that so literally. I want your entire team."
Oh my gosh, that's husband material.
Right. So I hired all of them, and it's so different now. It's like actually my baby. I care about it. I do it with all my best friends. It's in my house. I want it to be amazing. I want to tour it, and I underestimated how much time that would take. And I was like, "Listen, Jeff, when you and I do something, I want to give it my all." And I think he felt the same way. He was like, I see how much you're putting into Cancel and I'm putting into Jeff FM. Like, let's not half-ass this. Let's do it when we have time.
But I feel like you two together, you both have massive podcasts, but together it's like huge. It's the ultimate because like when you're on his podcast, he obviously gets way. Not that his doesn't do bad. It doesn't do bad, but I'm just saying when you're on, it's so explosive. So like when you want to get some of that, of course. Well, anyone's podcast you go on, by the way, which I'm so thankful you're on ours. Like everyone's. I look at these kind of things because I have no life. I look at like numbers.
So
I'm
do
like,
I, it's also what you do and what you're passionate about. It's interesting,
right? Even me when I go on podcasts, I try to promote everyone's podcast, so I like looks like I have like the most views for them. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I feel you completely.
Like let me promote this, but you are on so many, you can't possibly promote all the ones you're on, which is great.
I try to, you know what I mean? Like I definitely try to, and if they're like this one, I'm promoting the House Down Boots. It's so exciting. Are you fucking kidding me?
I was so excited because I loved you so. When you started Canceled, I was like, oh man, I was so jealous because I had to stop doing a podcast, and then I was like, man, I want to do on Tana, and then you did Cancel. Like, man, this should have been a great podcast. We could.
Can I?
Brick is great though, but she wasn't there when I was there. It was some guy.
We can start really doing this all the time if you want to. Let me know.
You have so many podcast commitments.
But there's certain people like Jeff. At the end of the day, I always tell him like, tell me when you want to come on. I'll do 2 podcasts in a day, and he'll be like, can you come do mine tonight?
Wow.
And I'll make time because I love his audience, I love him, and I love the content that's made, and I feel the exact same way about you. So I will always make time.
You're the perfect podcast guest because you just have a conversation. Like I love asking people questions, and I have so many prepared for you. But you're just conversation on every single person I've seen you on. Like random people I see you on. You did a British person's podcast. I was like, oh, this is captivating. I was like watching the whole thing. I was glued to it.
Saving Grace. She's like London us. Like the UK loves
really?
her. Yeah.
Okay, love.
I didn't know, and then I found out, and she's great. I love her so much.
But you're on like so many podcasts, I can't keep up. Like,
but I agree. The conversational of it all makes it because that's what I like to listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've been listening to Holly Madison's, hers and Bridget,
so good. I
love it because of that. You just had her on.
You should have her on.
I want to have her on.
She loves you. She comments on your like TikToks and stuff. I always see.
I know we've just had scheduling conflicts. Eventually, I will have her
she's
on.
busy. She's like a mom, and she like does 3,000 jobs.
When I saw her on yours, I was like, God, Trisha is me. Like you want the same guest I want. Like because like Brooke will want to do more like current pop culture or like iconic people in different regards.
Right.
But you and I love that Y2K icon shit.
Oh, I know all the Y2K girlies.
It's my like niche favorite type of guest. Like I geek out. I think that's why I love you so much because it's like similar interests.
Yeah.
But conversation always feels better than an interview, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no, totally.
That's, even on Canceled, people hate when someone comes on and I'm like we did Matt Rife and then we did Trevor Wallace. And Matt Rife was like such an interview. And then Trevor Wallace was like full conversation. Yeah. And it was just seeing, people love the Matt Rife one too, I'm not saying that, but seeing the way people perceive like just what feels like a conversation between friends is always.
Well, you knew him, right? You guys are friends with Travis.
Yeah.
Trevor. I do know him. Stiff Socks, I do know him. I'm not trying to be like acting like I don't know him.
No.
And I will say I really liked Matt Rife on TikTok, but I did not love the Matt Rife episode. He just seemed a little standoffish on the podcast. I think
that to be fair, I think he just signed a $35 million deal with Live Nation. I'm not fucking with
so
you.
he's like, I don't need to. Yeah, no, I knew he like sold out all these things.
I don't need to podcast. I think that because we know Matt, we're friends with Matt too.
Oh, you hung out with him?
Yeah, I think that he very much so was like, I don't want to come on here and get canceled. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
when you're
right.
making that big of money, you got to watch it.
Yeah, I don't think he's afraid of cancellation at all. I'm not saying that. I just think he was in a time to play it safe, and you know what I mean? And
Yeah, he was very standoffish. I was kind of like, oh, I don't like it. It wasn't my thing, because I kind of like lived for him on TikTok like everyone did. But the more interviews I saw, the less I was into it. I don't know. I think but people get big heads. How old is he? He's young, so he must have like a big ego. Of course he would. Why would you not?
He's always very nice to us, so I'm not gonna like. I don't know enough to know if his ego's big or not like that. You know what I mean? But I think there are a lot of comedians too, like that are in person just like their stand-up and their bits, and they're exactly what you expect. And then there are people who turn that on hella and then like are more like reserved and
stand-up comics are the
introspective
darkest, I think. I used to be obsessed with stand-up comics. I was like a stand-up comedy, like, what do you call groupie? I was like obsessed. Any stand-up comic, I was there. I was obsessed with.
Dude.
Like really, I don't even want to say the names because they're so fucking old now, but I was obsessed, but they're so dark and they're so like sad.
I just found that out in like the last year.
Yeah.
And it's really rare when people like aren't, you know, same thing. I was like, maybe I want to go on because I always do this thing where I'm like, I need a new category of men.
Right.
Which is, oh my God.
But you
someone, whoever clips that, just God, please. Just like.
That's not bad. A new category of men. You need to maybe shift it.
It's,
hasn't been working out.
I'll go like 2 musicians back to back. And I'm like, fuck, I hate musicians. I can't do this right now. So then I tried, I thought stand-up comedy would be my, but it wasn't.
What stand-up comics can you say or no? Is there anyone that
I didn't really like, there wasn't any like specific really.
They're so hot now. When I was a stand-up comic groupie, they were ugly. Just straight up.
Ugly though. I like ugly. I really do.
No, you date only good-looking guys.
You've lost your mind. No one's ever said that to me first.
Yeah, they all look like somebody. They look cool. You know.
I don't know. I love an ugly.
No, I don't.
My number one celeb crush, and I don't think he's ugly at all. So don't even twist this shit. Is Adam Sandler? Like that's my dream.
Oh right, but he is
type
that
of man. Like
yeah, I love him too.
I prefer a dad bod over abs every time.
Adam Sandler's the dream man for sure. I've literally gone to so many places in Malibu looking for him with my husband.
I will go with you anytime you want. Do you know I just found this restaurant in Beverly Hills that he allegedly goes to all the
allegedly.
time? That wasn't lawsuit allegedly. That was just real allegedly. That wasn't lawsuit allegedly. I don't think Adam's gonna sue me. And if he did, I'd pay up, Daddy.
Oh, same. If Adam Sandler's like, stop talking about me, I'd be like, oh, yes, absolutely.
There's this restaurant in Beverly Hills that he goes to all the time. And if you ever want to go and try an Adam Sandler scope moment,
Wait, what kind of restaurant is it? What kind of food?
I think it's like Chinese fusion. I actually don't remember. I don't know.
Love that. I don't know what kind of food he eats. Like I haven't had Adam Sandler era, and I don't know what food he eats.
My little Vegas thought hoe friend met him there, and I was like, you don't fucking deserve this.
At that restaurant in Beverly Hills?
And she posted, I literally go, where was this? What time of day was it? What day of the week was it?
They need to text you while it's happening.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We were part of this like Israeli reality show, and our friends. It's airing this September in Israel. You're on MTV. We're on Israeli TV.
Okay, but you know there's a viewing party. We're having one.
Okay, yeah.
We're having a viewing party for you.
Let's do it in September. It's all in Hebrew except for me. I'm like, but anyways, one of the storylines is Adam, like they're throwing this opening for a pita place. Like pita is like Middle Eastern, right? Israeli food. And it's called Pita Boo. And they're like, Adam Sandler is supposed to come. So everyone's hyping me up, and I get glam. I didn't get glam this whole show. I get glam for it. I'm like, I'm ready. Yes. I'm so glam. I have my little baby. I have my husband with me, ready to pass the baby over if Adam Sandler comes and be like, I don't know you.
Oh,
you know?
The baby's so good, though. No, but handing him the baby.
Oh, yeah,
handing
yeah.
Adam the baby.
Right. Maybe that's more of the appeal.
No one can say no to a baby.
He is, right, exactly. He's more of a family guy, so maybe bring my family back in to make me look wholesome. Like, I don't want to get him. You know what I mean? So I think that would have been good. But anyways,
she's ready to leave it all, though. Me.
You know what? I joke about him. He knows I would never, because I've never found a guy that actually likes me. And Moses was like in love with me. I'm in love with him.
You guys are the absolute cutest couple. It is just so awesome to see. Like, I think it's very cool that a man who is A, so secure in who he is, but B, also isn't trying to sit with you in front of the camera. Like, you can just tell everything he's doing with you is because he loves you and wants to see you. Have the paparazzi videos, by the way. Good God, if you ever stop them, if you ever fucking stop those, I will have nothing to live for, no pressure.
That's all I got. You have the real paparazzi. You have Hollywood Fix.
We should do one today.
Yeah.
You and me, and we have Moses do it in the driveway.
I would cringe so hard.
Why?
Anytime I'm with somebody, I would cringe.
Trisha, it is my dream.
You can
do
actually paparazzi. What are we going to get paparazzi by Moses?
Yes. Do you know how much more of an honor that is to me than the Hollywood
We just do it in my driveway or what?
Yes.
Okay.
With the stroller,
yes,
please.
I love
With
it.
the stroller, please.
Okay, get Malibu. Where's
Oh my
Malibu?
God,
Wake her
this is
up.
the best day of my life. It's gonna be hard to get me
Your
out of your house
TikToks
today.
are iconic. You
We're
are
making so
okay,
many.
let's do it. I
Oh
love
my-
it.
I
You are
have
a
no
TikTok queen.
ideas.
You're always making TikToks. You'll make like 5 in the same position. Like you were on the couch yesterday, just like making 5 TikToks. I'm like, yes, use that glam. I do that too.
That's the thing. It's
When you're
not
glammed.
even the glam. It's the mood too. If I get in a spunky mood, it's like, oh, let's go.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah.
I'm glam, I feel like a different. That's my alter ego. I like
Yes.
literally feel just like untouchable. When I'm like ugly, I like don't want to see anyone.
Absolutely same. I
just
become
my
a completely different fucking person. Like
Yeah.
there is just something about it.
You
Give
are
me
a
an
glam
Alexis
girl.
Oakley beat, and I'm running for president.
Yeah,
you know?
no, she is the greatest. She's booked
Yeah.
and busy though. She's always
so
like doing the
fucking
most. She was like on a NARS brand trip. I was like, oh my god, bougie.
Dude, I know.
Never once have I been invited on a brand trip ever.
I just got invited on my first one.
Wait, no, you went.
And-
You went to the scandalous one that just happened.
that was my first one.
Oh, really?
I've done trips with like a travel company like before a couple times,
You
but
went
they were
with Gabby
like ratchet.
Hanna. You were with Gabby Hanna in Greece.
Yes.
Was that one?
That was a trip. That
I
was
was
one.
jealous.
That was
I was
with
like,
the travel destination company. That was
They paid you?
no. They just
Just went there.
all expenses paid, and it was like very bougie. And I want that at that time. I'd never like seen the world, you know.
Right, so you're like,
I
"Oh,
was like,
go."
fuck yeah, let's go with Gabby though. That was crazy.
That's the first time I was jealous of Gabby. I probably was like jealous of Gabby. That's probably why I like didn't like her for a long time. Now I just hope she's well. I don't know where she went. I always say
Yeah.
this. I low key always try to follow her, and she like does not post. And I really hope she's good.
Yeah, I sincerely agree with you. I hope she's well now. There was a while where I was like,
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like the Fousey thing for someone who also was like mentally ill and explored my own mental illness. It's like, so it's hard to watch people online like
that
do
is
that.
actually very,
you know?
very true. That is true.
And like Fousey too, I'm just like, oh, like I get it, and it makes money and stuff like that, but it just makes me sad. It's like it's also
completely
scary
agree.
for him, for you, for anyone. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the way he like did that message to you. I was like literally scared for you.
Yeah,
I was
that's-
like, don't call him back.
yeah, no, never calling him back unless it's to come uncanceled. I might just have to do
Oh
it.
my god, well, get security, please.
I will. Trust me. Oh,
yeah.
I'm so paranoid.
Oh my god,
Are you so paranoid?
Oh my god, yeah, that's why we're in 2 gates. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have 2 gates. He's Israeli military, so we have like all these like weapons in case
Thank
you know
God.
anything. So I'm
Moses
I'm
off
paranoid.
camera just hit the like G nod. He was like, yeah.
yeah. He is like really, really good. I am paranoid all the time. And when I lived by myself before I met him, I used to get like people stalkers. Which, by
Okay.
the way, what happened to your stalker?
I have the craziest stalker right now.
Wait, is it the same one? Because you had
No,
a stalker.
it's not the same one.
Oh my god.
And it's funny because this current one really makes me feel like, I mean, obviously we all know my story times were dramatic and pretty much everything I said, you know, I was telling what was happening, and I felt that feeling at the time. I genuinely was terrified of him. I still like would never want him to come back and stalk me again. Knock
Yeah.
on wood. It's been a while. But this current one really makes me like, whoa, like it almost makes me feel like the other one was like a cakewalk.
Do you know who it is?
Yes, I do.
Is it a man or a female?
It's a man. And
Oof.
this one is really interesting because it came through OnlyFans.
Oof.
And I know that that's something that it's something you're willing to sign away for that check when and it, you know, the first day I ever did it, I knew that was something that, you know, if this ever happens, I can't really woe is me about it because I know it, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's sad you have that mentality because you shouldn't, but that is how
no,
how it
he's
goes,
very
yeah.
sick and it's very scary, and I, you know, I definitely like. I don't even know how to put it into words. Like I empathize with it and myself. I understand it's a shitty thing to go through, but I understand it comes with someone's talking to you all day, every day on OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is also the girlfriend experience, and it's also sexual, and it's also so someone really, especially someone who maybe has a screw loose, you know,
They're gonna
genuinely feels like they know you, and that's this situation. And
Where is he here? Does he in LA?
yes,
Or he just travels here?
Yes. No, I mean, I don't. He's here in LA. I don't think he doesn't have like a living address. I'm pretty sure he lives out of his car.
Oh no.
There's a lot of shit I'm like, because I'm really in the thick of it right now, the legal of it all. And you know, I mean, if you've had stalkers, please don't give a fuck.
They don't. I had May 8th of quarantine. Someone came to my house with a gun in my house. They couldn't. They arrest him and then release him because then that's when I had 24-hour security. Anyone could tell you that came to my house. Adam, Lena, I had 24-hour security guards standing outside my house because they did absolutely nothing. They arrested him. Then like we had to release him because especially during quarantine time, like they had no place for him. He came back that night, so I had to freaking. And everyone tell you like I had 24-hour security. It cost me $16,000 a month, which at the time I was doing
First of all,
OnlyFans.
give me the contact.
Yeah. Oh, that security company was great.
Do you still know them?
Yeah,
I'm paying like
yeah,
triple
yeah.
that, and I can't find cheaper.
This was a great company. They were all Afghanistan, which I don't
Wow.
know. Like, I don't know. They were great.
Love 'em.
No, they were great. I don't know if that like means anything to anyone.
No, it sounds
great.
intimidating. It sounds amazing.
And I had,
But-
yeah. No, they're really great, and they would sit outside, and they wouldn't even go
Yeah.
to the bathroom. They would switch shift, but they wouldn't even like pee. They were so good. And if someone stole my packages, they took pictures and videos. Like, they were
I think
on
my
it.
security was inside today with a gun. Don't come eating a Lunchable, though.
Do you have, wait, what? Oh, today? Wait,
kidding.
what? Oh.
I'm kidding.
24 hours do you have?
Yes.
Yeah, that's so.
but
Come
it's
move
just-
out here. It's a very safe. There's a police station too, like literally 2 seconds away.
I want to so bad, and I will.
Yeah,
I
you'll get a lot for your money.
Exactly. When I'm ready to like settle. I really, really will. I'm just so late to everything that I scare myself.
Girl, I didn't buy my house until I was like 33. I spent so much money.
You and me are the same in that regard. Like I'm definitely like I have it all saved for a house. I'm ready whenever, but I'm not ready to pull the trigger on it yet because
it's such a big commitment.
It's every house I've ever lived in. I want to move really soon. You know what I mean?
You have issues, security issues.
I want to vet the safety of it all. I want to get a bang for my buck, so I want to be further eventually. But also houses like this require so much maintenance.
Well, that's why I tell everybody.
I don't have time for.
Yes, people came for me for renting my houses all the time because I would always rent like $30,000. Like, I always loved renting houses. I don't think that's a bad thing because you put so much money into this. But also, you have to have someone pretty much full time running your house. Like if something happened to Moses, God forbid tomorrow, I'd have to hire 6 people to do his job in regards to trash and fixing things and like he literally does everything. And every day there's something. There's a leak. There's a roof fix. There's something.
LA houses, I will just say, are not built for any conditions. It's like they are put together with eyelash glue and like popsicle sticks.
Especially the new ones, if you want like a new modern build or all like that. Ours is like from the 90s and
I like these
it's
more.
crazy. This is like a vibe for sure, but like leaks all the time and you're just always fixing something. We probably spend like, 10 to 20K a month just fixing and
every
maintaining.
time it rains, something so expensive is gonna break. I just had so much shit break in my house that's like fucked, and I'm so happy that I'm renting.
Yeah, honestly, and when you're young and you don't know where you're gonna be because you have no idea where it's gonna take you. To me, I was like, I'm gonna meet a man. Maybe I'll be like overseas. Who knows? You'll be in Dubai or something with some like.
There is a big part of me that doesn't know if LA is like forever as of lately. I always felt like it was, but lately it's a dark place.
LA is like there is. When you come out here, the mountains like literally turn green. You go in there, it's like kind of gray. This is like the area. This is like a magic space that no one knows. Nothing's ever crowded. There's no Target. Like Target's never crowded.
I might be your neighbor in a couple years.
Please, I would love it.
Oh my god, imagine one day I have a kid and our kids play.
Oh my god, that'd be so.
And I won't call Neil.
That's not the adjective.
It's an adjective. So, sometimes some people's names no longer are a noun. They become an adjective. They do something so horrible that they are now a descriptory.
Yes,
word.
That situation's scary. This is the scariest situation. I don't know. I still don't know how to process. That's why I keep talking because I'm just like kind of like confused and scared by all of it. Yeah. It's very scary to have like that's almost like an obsession, like someone having all these naked photos of you, and you're just like, wow, like who else does this for like entertainment?
I don't get it. Like I have a lot of time on my hands, but not that much time. No, who has that? Who has the time to do that?
I've been hateful. I've been a hate watcher. I've hated people. And I've never done that once. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
And that's a lot coming from you and I.
Like, no, exactly.
Like, that's one thing about us that you also don't give enough credit to yourself for. People always say this to me. They're like, if Tana is saying this person's a bad person, if Tana is saying this person is wrong. And I'm not the be all end all holy fucking spirit. Like I do wrong shit all the time, but I'm saying like you and I are so transparent and honest and have gone through everything in the forefront of a camera that there's a point that it's like, damn, if they've got something to say, like,
or if someone's like, if we're agreeing with Trisha Paytas on this, if we're siding with Trisha Paytas, and that person must be really bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's, you know what I mean?
Which is kind of true. I mean, but also then I look at my things. I'm like, I'm not that bad. Like, I'm so used to just saying, yeah, I've been a horrible person. I'm like, sometimes I'm like not that bad. Some of the things
I think people also just really underestimate what it's like to grow up, regardless of your age, to the most capacity. There's certain things like the situation we just talked about that there's no age that makes it okay. Yeah. But to grow up on camera. Yeah. Like to just actually, especially in the YouTube days, you're filming everything, every second of every single day. And you're like, all of it's supposed to be perfect.
I know. It's like, it's and because you're talking now on a podcast too, every time you talk, it's just like things get twisted and out of the things. It's so hard.
Have drama, trauma, be wild and film yourself every fucking day for 8 years and put it all out on the internet and let everyone say something about it and then call me if you have something to say about it.
Especially me, I wouldn't imagine being 15 on the internet. Like, oh my God, the stuff I would have said back then. Like, it's crazy. And people hold you that.
I said it. I said it all.
But you were 15 and you had like this like broken home life and all this. Like, you know what I mean? And
that's one thing I will always give Jordan credit for. I mean, Amari's family as well is like, I was a loose, like I was thrown into the wolves, like no one really raised me. Right. Like Amari's family were like, hey, like you can't act like this at a dinner table. Hey, you like.
That's good. They told you, you know?
Why are you wearing that? Why are you saying that? Like, you know what I mean? And Jordan, for the love of God, was like, you can't fucking say this. You can't fucking do this. Like,
Yeah. You
quit
didn't know.
acting like this,
Right.
you know? And at the time, I'd be like, why is he always yelling at me? Oh my God, he should have backhanded me, you know?
Right, yeah.
Like, it's just, so I appreciate those
I
people.
mean, you're like literally a victim of like child abuse if you weren't getting your teeth done. You know what I mean? That's like literal form of child abuse. Like that's crazy.
I feel you.
Like a child would be taken away if you don't like get them to the dentist, which I
Yeah.
didn't even know that part of it. That's crazy to me. That's
really
how
is.
you feel mentally, all of this stuff. Like that's
Yeah, like a
so
lot of that
crazy.
was just wild and like neglect. I can look back now with a lot of empathy though and just be like, you know, especially in that generation now we're so much more aware of mental health.
Yeah.
But like at that time, everyone who was born in that generation, so many people who were really sick in a lot of ways were having kids. Like, you know what I mean? I
Oh.
don't necessarily put, you know, I'm not angry anymore, I guess. is
That's
the best way to
amazing.
say
That's a
it.
big thing because I feel like with that form of like abuse, it's hard to like forgive,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
or like
just recognizing that people, you know, even the people, your parents are people too.
they
and
shouldn't
people
have
are
had
sick.
kids.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
remember being 14 being like, why'd y'all do this? Why'd y'all have kids?
And you're the
You know?
only child.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of crazy. But
Well,
now I'm
maybe-
not. I have an amazing light skinned family.
No, I love that. I love that they didn't just push you aside because you're problematic. You know, I think I had a problematic
yeah.
friend and they're like, ooh, they're trouble. Don't like have them around the house. So
The first time I ever met his mom, I to this day I thank her for not telling me to get the fuck out of her house. I showed up with a bag, like a big purse, like
Oh.
a Juicy Couture big purses, you know the day.
Yeah.
And I dump it out on her living room floor, and it's like 400 pieces of jewelry, and I look her in the eyes and I go, look at what I just stole.
from her or from somewhere else?
No, from somewhere else. From somewhere else.
Like, you're so
and I'm
honest.
sitting there just showing her, like, look at these green earrings I stole. Aren't they cute? Like, whatever. And like the fact that she wasn't like, because Amari's like straight A student, like the whole, like I was corrupting her
Yeah.
son before her eyes, and it could have been very fucking easy for her
Right.
to be like,
And what'd she say? What was she like?
I think she was like,
She was just kind of like, they're cute.
Oh, that's cute. So she wasn't like chastising you, which
no,
you know.
but then over time it was like, Tana, you know, like
yeah,
she'd be
when
like,
she got
don't do that.
comfortable.
Yeah,
I love
don't do that.
So do you
know.
spend holidays together?
Yes, I remember one Thanksgiving I was eating like chicken nuggets, like McDonald's chicken nuggets, because my family, like the situation just wasn't all Thanksgiving-y, and they had me over for like my first like wholesome real Thanksgiving, and now like all the holidays are like, that's the thing too. I think that, you know, the magic can get taken away from like Christmas if you don't feel like it's happy, you know.
Yeah.
And now his parents are so awesome because they're like, they will not ever admit Santa isn't real. They will not. The Easter Bunny is gonna ring the doorbell.
I believe
Yeah.
that. Kim Kardashian said that too. She's like, I
Yeah.
still believe in Santa Claus. There's magic in the world. Like,
Absolutely, and they like really like
I
made
love
me
that.
believe in the magic of holidays again, and be so excited for them. And
To,
it
like,
does.
go home
I like
and-
cry every Christmas. You know,
you spend it with Amari's
yeah,
family or
every
your
single
family, yeah.
Christmas, and we.
Stocking.
Yeah, and they do everything. They get me the dude. This
Oh,
Christmas,
stocking.
I'm obsessed with like Peppa Pig and like Hello Kitty and like pink shade. Like, you know, like
love-
the same
yeah, it's
shit.
coming back.
All my gifts were like a Hello Kitty vanity mirror that you can like charge and travel with on the
my
road. Like, who thinks of that? They were all
God.
these like personal shit I like loved. I was like literally sobbing. I was like,
Oh, I love
you know,
that.
and they're just so cute.
That's
It's
good because
everything.
like if you don't have like a family unit or something that feels like family, it's hard. I don't know
Yeah.
how people do it, especially when you like go through cancellations or just anything.
Oh yeah,
or holidays. That's when
it's-
people are get depressed. And,
everything, all of it, holidays, cancellations, whole nine, even burnout. Like, I'm like, I just want to go home and I want to have my mommy make me a sandwich.
Right,
Like, you know
right,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
just-
it's awesome to finally feel like I have that. You know, not
my
like I have to go home and be the parent. Like, I get to still be a kid.
Yeah, that's
you
like
know?
the saddest thing. And holidays do get sad. I was always sad every holiday. I had family and I still wouldn't want to be with them because I would just wanted to be with a guy so bad. And I never had a boyfriend. Like at least you had all these guys. I never had a serious boyfriend. I had like one boyfriend
I weirdly
who
always
didn't
have
like
breakups
me.
during Christmas, though. I swear to
Oh,
God.
I wonder if they just don't want to get you a gift. You have some
I
cheap
believe it.
boyfriends.
They probably can't afford
You're
the
the
gift.
bougie.
goddammit. You know what I mean?
Have you ever dated someone who made more money than you?
Yes.
Like seriously dated? Because I know you talked about like sugar daddies. I think you've had.
Yeah, no, I mean, kinda. I've never really had a serious sugar daddy or serious. I have lots of
neither.
like rich guys that I'll finesse, you know, but never like
you
a
are
daddy.
a finesser. I know. I saw the thing with the who's the other British people she was just with. Does anyone know?
side men.
Side men, yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, I finesse. But also, I'm like, it's not really a finessing. You're just like, hey, I bring these people with me. I don't know.
Yeah, I should have just not said that my bestie was my makeup artist.
I love that. I would say that.
Yeah.
I lie about little things like that sometimes just for fun.
fun. It's so fun.
I'll just be like, I don't
It's
know.
so fun.
I tell people Moses is like a sheik. Like he's like this sheik in Dubai, even though he's Israeli. I'm like, and I just lie to
And
random
you know, he
people.
loves you so much that he's just like,
Oh, always. He knows. But
Yeah.
he's like, he goes, you can't just make stuff up because once Malibu starts talking, listening, she's like, Mom, that's not true. Because sometimes I just like make, again, little lies that like don't matter
It's so
to people in the grocery store. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's a sheik.
an Uber driver. Come on, like an Uber driver. Oh my God.
Tell them all the weird stories, all the weird lies.
Amari and I are on dating apps And we love Hinge.
You're on dating apps?
I get on
How?
Hinge. I just weed out the people who know me. You know, if someone's like, is this a real Tana? But then when someone's like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, perfect. I have my next victim.
Yeah. Like, that's what you need. You need someone who doesn't really know what you do.
Hinge is good when I get tired of all the piece of shit famous people and I want
Are you on Raya?
a normie. I'm banned from Raya.
Oh my God, why?
I used it when I was 17. Sorry, bad.
Oh,
But-
what? You can't be sent. Oh, yeah, I guess that's illegal.
Very. I don't even think at the time I realized like, oh, this is so illegal. I was just like, everyone's on Raya. I want to be on Raya. But then,
Right.
you know, yeah.
Also,
I
you were
got banned.
17, just having that happen in your real life. So it's like.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can go find these 30-year-olds down the street. What's the difference?
Right.
But my new thing on a Hinge on the dating app is like, if let's say like an ugly guy slides in and I don't want him and he asks me what I do for a living. Like last night I was like, I'm going to tell this guy I'm a professional soup taster.
Oh,
I love, that's my favorite little lie right now is like telling guys on dating apps the like fake jobs. And just
It's
committing.
always good to start a relationship with a lie. Ours started with a lie.
Put
That's
that
what we do.
on my gravestone. Put that on my tombstone.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
We
I don't
would
think
be
that's
best
bad.
friends.
Yeah, sometimes there's a lie to protect yourself too. You know,
That's
like to
so
the
very
Uber
fair.
drivers, to someone you just met. Just
Yeah, like,
lie.
I'm an FBI agent. Please don't kill me, Uber driver.
Right,
Like
exactly.
seriously, for
No,
real.
I would lie all the time. I would lie all the time, and I got better with it.
This is gonna, you and me. I just know we're gonna get in a scandal 6 months from now, and then they're gonna clip this.
I would lie all the
as-
time.
Yeah,
No, that's why no one believes me because like, oh, she was a pathological liar. I'm like, well, I lie about a little thing. I never lie especially when I say someone's name or something. Like, I don't lie about that because that's easily verified. Like for me, you know.
I'm good, really good now. I've always loved a fun life for fun. I say that all the time, but the thing is you and I, we're saying the same thing right now in the sense that I love a fun little white lie for fun that's going to harm nothing or doesn't fuck up a real storyline or narrative or person's life or whatever. I love a silly little one.
Yeah.
But then when I'm in like some real shit, like Todd's like calling me a liar, like you
Right,
could go back to me saying like, I lie for fun. And then everyone's like, shit, okay, so she's a liar. But it's like, fuck no.
Yeah.
If it's the truth, if you know what I mean? Like,
But the truth's easily found out, as you tell with the British people. They're like, oh, she lied about this. It's like, how do you even know? So it gets brought to light, which is why I never lied about anything serious because I'm like, it does get brought to light, you know? So when people still think, oh, she lied about this, it's like, no.
the truth will always prevail.
It
even
always
if it takes
will.
forever. You know?
Always. And I'm always just like, people will say, like, if I said, oh, I never had hot dog, they'll find like one clip of me eating a hot dog from like 10 years ago. And they'll be like, she ate a hot dog. She's a liar. And I was like, okay,
Absolutely.
well,
That
I also
happens to me
forget
all
a lot
the
of
time.
things.
I always say that on Canceled. I'm like, listen, I might be fully making this up, but I think it's the truth, and that's all I have.
Well, that's what's hard
Perception
too.
is reality, bitch.
But that's the truth of it. It really is. But that's what's scary too. I just had Dr. Drew on here, and I'm just like, I don't even know what's real. There's some things I blacked
You
out.
actually
like,
had
it's scary.
Dr. Drew on?
Yeah, he was on last week. Yeah.
No way. How
We
did
should
you
have
get
Dr.
him?
He's on everyone's podcast too. He's on Trash
Like
Tuesday.
DM him, or do you have people who bring you?
He DM'd me when after I gave birth. I said I was bleeding a lot, and he's like, "Are you okay?" Like he would just like DM me and check up with me.
Fucking icon. I
But
want
he's on
Dr. Drew
everyone.
on. Let's
he
get
was
him
on Stiff Socks. He was on. He's like on.
Oh, we're having Dr.
He did Whitney Cummings. He's like on everything now.
Oh wow, that's great. I'm
He's-
doing
yeah.
Whitney today. After this, I'm so
okay.
excited. She lives right around here. She's so funny. You guys would
Here?
not
Around here?
here,
Oh,
but
close.
like not Hollywood.
After this?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm
girl,
a
you are
podcast princess
No,
today.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
How do you have the energy to do all of it?
I don't know. I do like talking, I guess. So I'm
I love
always
podcast. I like being a guest on podcast. Well, you make it very easy. I like hosting. Actually, I do like hosting, but I'd love to be a guest because I love to talk about myself. I'll just do like
it's
random.
easy. It's fun. It's all we fucking do. I try to do people I like Whitney as well. I really fucking like her.
Yeah, she's funny.
Like, you know what I mean? It's the podcast where I'm like, oh, I don't even know this person. Like, oh, those are the
Do
ones.
you say yes to people you don't know?
Yeah.
If they're big or
Yeah,
just
if they're
in
big.
general?
If they're big.
Like, who
pretty
did you
much.
not know?
I didn't really know a lot about the British girl Saving Grace.
Oh, okay.
Like, I didn't know a lot about her. I'll always also tweet, like, whose podcast do you want to see me on this month?
Oh, smart, yeah.
And so over time, I'll kind of internalize, like, ones that are heavily requested. And she was always really heavily requested.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, let me go, like, get to know her. And then she was awesome, you know?
And then BFFs,
But-
I thought you did not
Yeah.
like Dave Portnoy.
He did not like me. And
Oh, 'cause you flaked? Is that
I
why?
flaked. And he was so valid for that. I actually really, like...
Yeah.
needed that at that time. Like I needed someone to be like, because I think at that time I was like, listen, I've been on time for like everything lately. Like I was on my high horse about it, you know? And I needed someone to be like, okay, you're still growing, do better. That's not what he said, but that's what I took
What
from
did he
it.
say? Was he
That I'm
angry?
a clown, idiot, fucking bozo, and I'm never going to
see-
succeed because I'm late to... Honestly, he was valid. I was sick. I think he also thought I was lying about
Right.
flaking. because I was like doing shit on my story the day before or something, but I was actually sick. We've since repaired that.
Watch
and now,
the beef.
Yeah, I just met him for the first time in person like a week ago.
How was that?
2 weeks ago. Palms sweating. He's intimidating.
Really?
He's just, he says it like it fucking is. He's a boss. And I think that once it, like, for example, me flaking, I think put a bad taste in his mouth. And in order to reverse that with him, he's not like us. We're like, you know what I mean?
Whatever.
Like, you and me, like someone could flake on us, we could shit on them, and then they could come on and we'd be like, oh my God, I love your shoes. We're cool now.
Yeah, you're like,
you
I'm like, I don't care. Also, I didn't care.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just chilling at
but
my house, but yeah.
You're the fucking best. But yeah, I don't know. Like,
I feel
it took
like
a second.
old people too just don't care as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting to be old person. I am an old person, so I really don't care about anything either. So I think he just doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Yeah, so I was just nervous, but then now it's like all good, and you know.
Did you go there? Is he in like the East Coast or something?
Yeah, I was in New York, and the other girl on BFFs, Brianna, is like, she's a friend of mine, and she has an amazing podcast, Plan Brie, and she's a slay. So I was there at Barstool to go on Plan Brie, and he's actually never at Barstool anymore, but he owns Barstool.
Oh, he does? I thought he was like trying to buy it back or something.
He did buy it back. I was there like the day after he bought it back, and he was there, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah. So okay, he was cool. I don't know much about him. I think his girlfriend is very pretty. I follow her on TikTok. Her
She is, and
name's
she's a
Sylvs.
sweetie, Silvana. She's so
Yeah,
fucking cute.
I like her.
and
I like
sweet.
her on the podcast. I don't know if she has a podcast, but I like her. I think
She's dope. She's really cool. I really like her. She was on the controversial Turks Tart trip. The
She
brand trip.
was?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that trip
And-
was wild. I think anything you're involved in just becomes controversial for no reason.
So it's so fucking
or maybe
true.
there was a reason because then I saw the Tart owner be. I follow way too much drama because I
To be honest with you, like I barely like saw any of that. That's not really what my timeline, my For You page is.
Oh really?
I still could
What's
not
your For
really
You?
recount
What
that
happened?
drama. I don't know.
You didn't do a story time? That was like your time. So
I talked about it like on a podcast, but no, I mean that trip was just crazy because it was two groups, right? They did like a week of one group and a week of the second, like, and the first group was like makeup girlies. They were so sweet, so normal, and then it was like me and like Brianna and like Stassi, but like all the blackouts.
Okay.
They like put all the blackouts on one trip, so we were blacking out the whole Tarte team, which was hilarious.
There was no drama on the blackout trip.
No one was like fighting. No like real drama. I had a
That's
great.
good.
I honestly had an amazing time, and
Yeah.
it was like super funny and fun. I used Tarte products. I would steal them when I was like 13, so it was
Full
sick.
circle.
Very full circle, and it was dope. But obviously, I wasn't there to
Is
be a
that
beauty
the
guru.
trip? Was it Brooke or was it Ashley that hooked up? Was that
No,
the
that
trip?
was my birthday
Oh,
trip.
your birthday trip.
I had so much fun in Turks on that trip that
You
I was
went
like,
back.
I want to take my friends there and see them there.
Oh
And yeah, that trip it was honestly an amazing trip. Here's what, like the first like 4 or 5 days were really great, and then just the last day shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
I got a little too Vegas. I think I was a little reactive and wild. That was one of those moments where it was like, you can't make this shit up. Where are the reality cameras? Like it was, everyone was involved. It was like a 12-person tussle.
Oh my god! Wait, like
know?
physical or just vocal or what?
It was just vocal on everyone's behalf, but mine. I was.
Who was with you? Who was your plus one?
Well, no, this was
that's your birthday trip.
everyone. This was everyone, like Amari, Ashley, Isabella. This was the one where it like.
And you guys were all on a tussle on that?
Yeah, that was because that was the trip where Ashley
Hooked up with the guy.
Yeah, I found out the guy was there.
Did you fly the guy out?
He flew there.
Okay. Well, it still doesn't make
And
any
we're
better.
like friends. We're friends though now. Like we haven't been a thing for a long time.
Is he famous? Influencer?
He was on Too Hot to Handle. So that's where I went wrong.
Too Hot to Handle is
The
Harry?
Netflix, yeah, Harry. Like
Was it him?
Yeah, it wasn't Harry.
Oh.
It was this guy Joey. But
oh my god, how do you meet all these people?
I'm a hoe.
I love it. I wanted to be this person when I was your age. It's amazing.
Trisha.
So they all work, except for the guy with the guitar and tattoos. Like they all work when you slide into the DMs. They all want to be with you.
I don't know if.
What's your
them
success
all.
rate? How out of how many?
I would say maybe 80%. You know, there's
that's
a like
high.
caliber of people I want, but I just want nothing to do
Who's
with
the
me.
one you want that you think that wants nothing to do with you? Let's put it out. Let's manifest.
It's not that this man wants nothing to do with me. We're actually great friends.
Oh.
I can't. I'm not saying it. I don't talk about this actually.
Can you like
He's
charades?
a musician. He's a musician.
Pop, rapper, punk?
All three. No, I can't fuck this up. I was telling my vlog this today because we are good friends and we talk a lot and whatever. But I love him. I can't. I'm scared of him saying this. Am I doing too much? Am I doing too much?
No, not at all. I know nothing. I know nothing.
No, I'm scared of him ever seeing this or seeing me talk about him and putting the pieces together that I'm like, oh, I love. Like he's gonna be like, you creepy stalker.
Oh,
and,
you
like,
don't think
block
he
me.
knows that you love him?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to know.
I don't think she's gonna know who it is, so she's gonna be like, oh, he's cute.
No, I do. I
But-
know more people than you think. Like, if I know Chris Miles, I'm going to know this guy, I'm sure. You know what I mean?
This is the best day of my
I
life.
go deep dive. I deep dive into everyone you know. So I do know the circle, the web, and stuff like that. So
I'll tell you. But other than that,
give me a name, someone that you don't care.
My biggest celebrity crush ever is Pete Davidson. And
Girl.
well, you see,
What?
This is my type to a T. You're saying I date good-looking guys, but I really don't, Trisha.
Oh my God.
Like I want dying, I want tattoos, I want an air of mental illness that makes you funny.
An Arab mental illness?
An air, like
air
an air
mental
air
illness.
of mental
Okay.
illness. Not too much mental illness, just the right amount. You know, like the creamer in your coffee, like just enough, not
A little
too much.
bit, yeah.
Of mental illness. I love a funny guy. I love his style.
Okay.
The
Pete
under eye
Davidson, yeah.
bags. He's my number one celebrity crush. I swear to God.
I don't get the appeal. I do not get it. I mean, he must have like a really nice.
And you just know it's big. The
Yeah.
body type. The
but
body
big
type.
is not always great. Like huge is not great.
But you also just know he knows what to do with it. God, I'm creepy. I don't want him to see this.
Oh, you could totally.
I don't think so. I think Kim was the nail in the coffin for me. I think once you go Kim Kardashian, you never go Tana Mongeau again.
You never know, though.
You know?
Yeah, I think you could like that vibe.
I've heard around LA that he's maybe dabbled in some IG girls or stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know. This is all just rumors.
Oh, for
I don't
sure.
know him.
Allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I don't know him. This all
Well, you know he's with
rumors all-
every. I mean, in a good way too. He's someone that you're like, man, all these hot girls want you. You must have something to offer.
But he's just, Ariana Grande, Emily Ratajkowski, Kim Kardashian. Like, I know now that it's just. So
no,
I'm
you could be
comfortable.
up there for sure.
I'm comfortable. You're stupid.
No,
Trisha.
you 100% good.
Trisha.
You are. You get all these guys. I'm genuinely impressed how many guys you get.
She's actually killing me. I hope that the viewer at home is watching this. Like, yeah, no,
You're
Trisha's
what I wanted to
delusional.
be at 25 years old. I wanted to have all these hot guys.
You are everything I've wanted to be since the moment I started watching you. I watched you before I ever made YouTube videos.
That's what's crazy is like when you're so
ever.
young and watch stuff. Yeah.
I loved everything you've ever done ever.
Oh
And
gosh, thanks.
you know what?
Everything. I don't know about everything.
I can honest to God. I love a good scandal too. So honest to God, everything.
I know.
Trisha,
I
honest
loved a
to
good
God.
scandal because I had no life, no friends, no one that liked me. So I loved a scandal. But I try to stay out of it now because I have like other people I could ruin like their lives with my. So I'm just trying to keep it clean for everyone.
Damn, I'm sorry to the other people.
No, I think it all like that's just you and you're young. I think if you're like a mom or whatever.
Yeah, eventually I will definitely dial it all back for sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
who's the guy that gave you 5 orgasms?
oh my, wait.
You talked about it recently. You're like, I got 5 O's or something. I think you're talking on Plan Brie. I think it was. I watched it.
I have to stop talking about him.
Okay.
Because,
Is he
do you know why
alive
I have
or
to stop
dead?
talking? He's alive.
I thought you said he was dead or something.
No.
Oh. Because I was like, we can cut it out if it's disrespectful. But also not disrespectful. What a legacy. He gave someone 5 orgasms.
I love you so much. It fucking hurts. I could sit here for 6 fucking hours.
I know. I don't even know how long we. Oh my god, literally almost 2 hours.
Do you know that I was
here,
just telling you that I'm in my Good Luck Chuck era?
Yes.
And he was one of them. Like this guy was like hooking up with me, and then he went directly after me to I don't want to air out just a woman of God. Wow. Like she's never done or said anything wrong. She's beautiful. And I was like, oh my God.
Are they serious? Are they committed?
They are committed. And I get that. You know what? He needed that. He loves God a lot. He was a God-fearing, awesome, really awesome guy.
Who
sincerely.
loves God?
But I have I swear to God, I haven't, people keep asking me about him. You know what I mean?
you can't talk about him.
I don't think you would know him. He's just like an influencer.
I probably wouldn't know. No, I would know. Oh, an influencer that loves God. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
I love that. Are they one of those TikTok boys that listen, Jesus is sending me right now to tell you this message? Does he do that kind of stuff?
No,
do you see those guys that full on preach?
He's like the tattooed fuck boy that's like, no, but I love my mom and God. He's one of them, but he really does.
That's what you maybe need, something like that. Or someone like Dave Portnoy kind of. I know he's not your speed, but someone like that.
I would.
Money, but also in the influencer realm.
Portnoy was hot. I think I did slide in his DMs years and years ago.
He's a Jewish man. Sometimes maybe you need a Jewish man. I saw call her daddy. Alex was talking about that.
That's the crazy thing about Hinge is you can set all these things. Like I only want to look at Jewish men.
No.
I have a friend who only does men over 6'4", which is crazy. First of all,
iconic, yeah.
imagine you meet a guy who's 6'3" and amazing, and now you're missing out because you made it 6'4", you fucking freak. But it is crazy. That
I love that they had that option. People called me I fetishize people because I prefer Jewish men. I'm like, no, that's a preference, and they are really good and they treat you really nice. Adam Sandler's Jewish, married, but we could find someone similar. And Dave Portnoy's Jewish.
Do you know there's this whole Facebook page of guys who look just like Adam Sandler? It's it's an Adam Sandler doppelganger Facebook group.
Find
I
them.
know. I have been meaning hit the reverse image Google search, find their Instagram. I could maybe that's what I need, just my own little Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I think you need.
But
someone,
they're all broke.
Yeah, but that's okay. You have the money. I know. You know what I mean? I know what you mean. Find someone with a job though. Just it doesn't have to have a lot of money. I always say find someone who has a job because you don't want someone a deadbeat. But.
I know. I really do. And this is gonna sound so superficial, but but I hope I marry someone like richer than me for sure. I really do.
No, that's like a common thing, I think, because you want to be taken care of.
I also just don't like spending my own money. Like as much as I make, I want to swipe yours.
Are you
as
not
much
a
as I
spender?
can. I am a spender, but I'm saying like I'm also a slut who will do everything to ensure that like I'm not paying for the next jet. Or I'm not, and by will do everything, I don't mean sexual. I mean just I'm a woman of my words. You know.
Right. Yeah. Do you pay for the private jet? Or are you getting it for free?
Sometimes, but I also have a lot of amazing people that I've met that you know.
I never once had a connection to a private jet ever. I'm
Trisha,
always like,
I
that's
don't
amazing.
understand.
I could not afford a private. When people get private jets, I'm like, how are they affording
You and me need
this?
to take a jet somewhere, like me, you, Malibu, Moses. I'll find a Jewish man. We'll do the whole damn thing. Like,
Let's fly to Israel. There's a ton of Jewish men over there.
I was supposed to go recently and I couldn't go. Like,
Were you gonna get paid
scheduling.
for it? I saw all the influencers over there. Summer Rae, Mike Malak. I'm like,
It was
have
that
to
trip. I was
be.
supposed to go with Summer and Mike. I don't actually know if it ended up being like payment or just an insane trip, but they just wanted the birthright people wanted to like put more awareness towards the free birthright trip that everyone could take. So they were like asking all these influencers to like go. And,
Well, they got heat. I saw Mike had to be like, because Israel's controversial. So I think maybe they were like having them. But I don't know about politics, but the people like obviously don't agree with the politics. But I know they got like canceled. Meg Malak was just like, I just wanted to be here. But I was like, I feel like you got paid because you get heat for going
I
there.
don't know though, because Mike's whole vlogs, the night shift that he does, make him so much money. He's great with the AdSense and the
Really? He
and
makes it off.
the brand deals. He makes a lot of money. He's been Logan Paul trained, you know.
Yeah, no, good for him.
So a lot of free trips. I feel like if it's his friends and he wants to go, he'll go because it's like
Just for the content.
The night shift is like travel, food, and like
He does get a lot of
bitches.
views, and he's like probably 40. I always think that's great when someone's like 40 and still being an influencer. Like, I'm scared. I'm already aged out, but you know what I mean?
You're not aged out. I
think
also
it's
just
amazing.
love how much I know. Like what's Mike like 38? But I know that he hates being called 40.
Wait, but like that's 40.
No,
38
he'll call
is
himself
40.
I'll call him 40, but it's
Yeah,
funny because he's like I'm 35.
Once I'm past 35, I'm 35 now. So once I'm 36, then I'm 40.
That's how I feel with
Yeah.
25 right now. I'm literally 30.
No, but 20. I'm 30. Oh, we're literally 10 years. Are you 98? Born 98?
Yeah.
I'm 88. So we're exactly 10 years apart. And I wish I was you 10 years. I would say this is 10 years from now, but like you'll be so much better.
This is. I hope you understand. This is the absolute goal.
Oh my god.
Like I'm not even fucking with you at all.
You're
Like,
already elevated from this.
no,
You're already.
You don't know that, girl.
Yes, I do know that.
No, Trisha.
You're getting
just
all the guys.
Let me live in my world where I'm gonna be just like you in 10 years, and let me just be fucking happy. Okay.
I don't want to put that on you.
Put it
Honestly,
on me.
Now I'm happy. I actually am the happiest I've ever been. So
And
if
just
you.
the story arc of everyone being like, I knew you'd be such a great mom, and like finding true love, and like finding
Yeah.
someone who loves you for you. You're chilling in your fucking beautiful mansion, like, and it's like I also just love to see, even just with the fucking. I hate to keep bringing it up the Colleen shit. Like, see you
Yeah.
get vindication of people being like, you're saying the same thing to me that people like, you know, don't
The
always
story.
recognize the bad shit that other people have done, but
Right.
like, you know what I mean?
Because when you're problematic, it's hard to even say anything or have people look at you in a way with sympathy or empathetic eyes, which I get. So it is one of those things. But I really am happy. It takes a while. When I first announced I was pregnant, there was people like, what the fuck? Like, don't become a mom. You know, people get that. I mean, Shane's about to have a kid and everyone's like, oh my, you know, people just attack you.
Yeah.
But I think people would really rally behind you when you do have a baby. I think they're going to rally behind you.
I can't wait, but I don't think I could be pregnant. I think I have to
Why?
adopt or have a surrogate.
Wait, what? Pregnancy is the funnest. I wish I could just be
Bitch,
pregnant all the time.
what?
Oh, I loved being pregnant. I
Why?
happy. You're literally, it's like serotonin. Like, you're just happy all the time. Like, I've never felt more at peace. Like, we would just chill all day, just like cooking. I would do ASMR. I was just like chill. I was the happiest I've ever been. I'm like glowing all the time. We're watching TikToks in bed. I'm rubbing my belly. Sex is really good.
But
Everything
the
is great.
birth.
I had a C-section. Honestly, I pushed for the first 3 hours, but then it just cut it out of you. It's actually, that part's simple. I know people will come for me, but the C-section was simple compared to the pushing.
How
Just get it cut
much
out.
did like the pushing hurt though?
Nothing, because you're getting an epidural. You know what I mean? And it literally, you feel nothing.
I'm just such an also like I'm such a hypochondriac, which is like you wouldn't
Oh.
expect me to be.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Because it's like, Tana, you're eating like Taco Bell cheese and like at one point doing cartel drugs. Sorry, that was a joke. But you know, like all the shit I put in my body.
Right.
But like I get like a cut and I'm like, okay, I have MRSA.
Yeah.
Someone figure this out now. Like my MRSA. Like I'll be tired and I'm like,
What's
the Lyme
MRSA?
disease is kicking in.
What's MRSA?
MRSA's like a blood disorder that you
Oh,
get from.
okay. So you think all these diseases? Are you googling these diseases? 'Cause I don't even know what these are.
Yeah, I had to ban myself from WebMD, especially poor Paige. I'll call her all day, and I'm
I
like, "Can we
know.
go to the
Don't
hospital?"
Google
She's
anything.
like, "Bitch, get a grip."
I thought I had.
She had Lyme disease.
I was just tired.
That's
I needed
common
a nap.
though, Lyme disease, right?
Yeah, but I just needed a nap.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
I always thought I like literally. I would always
so
get
with
tested for
pregnancy,
AIDS.
I would just freak the fuck out, you know, and like.
Oh. I don't know.
I'm
Meditate.
also just scared, like just what if my
It's
puss ripped my
fine.
asshole? You would I
Just
that
get the
baby would need a new
C-section.
parent because I'd be gone.
No, people schedule C-sections for that reason. Even our doctor was like, for vanity reasons, people get a C-section because I don't know if it ruins it. I didn't push, but they say you can just get a C-section. You don't ruin any tightness down there. Then you can have sex quicker too, right away after. We were trying to have kids like 6 weeks after. I was just like, let's try it again. But still can't get pregnant. So, anyways, trying.
So excited for your next pregnancy. I know it's gonna happen.
Maybe we'll be pregnant at the same time. Who would you want to be? This could be the final question. Wrap it up. What?
You.
What?
You're asking who I would want to be pregnant with at the same time. You.
I was saying, who would you want to get you pregnant?
Oh.
I mean, I'll do it if it's possible. But
Jeff Bezos.
I was going to say Jeff Wittek. Jeff Bezos.
I'm kidding. I just thought of the media
Oh,
richest
rich.
person.
You want the rich.
Not Jeff Wittek. He's so
Not
funny.
Jeff
like,
Wittek? He would
I
be
always
cute.
like it'll just be he's so like we're very opposite in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? I could like break my leg and he's like, stand up, there are kids in Africa that are dead, take an Advil, like, you know
Oh
what I mean?
my
And I'm just like, you're gonna be the greatest father.
He
like, when
will
says
be,
that
and you'll be a
shit.
good mom. You guys are very good looking.
The balance,
That
I
might
guess.
be it. Of all the guys I've seen you with, I feel like Jeff is
Well,
definitely
I'm not
takes
with
care.
him. We are friends, but
You guys are kind of dating.
no.
Oh, I saw it on his podcast with Fousey because he's like, we're kind of a thing, somewhat. He said,
He
like,
said
close.
that?
Yeah, he's like, we have a thing going on. That's
Did
what
you
he
hear Jeff
said.
said that?
Yes.
We're kind of a thing. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
because he said that, and then Mike's like, wait, but and he's like, yeah, we're kind of this thing, and I don't think he was joking.
But I kind of could. Jeff's just very protective over me. I could see him saying that so Fousey doesn't come hide your kids, hide your
you
wife.
never dated.
No, not at all. We hooked up one time when we very first like got to know each other, and we didn't have sex. We've never had sex.
What's hooking up if it's not sex?
We just like made out.
Oh, I never know that. So when someone says they're hooking up, so when your friends hooked up with your guys you like, they just made out?
It depends on the person, because like I say that, and like 50% of people will like say like, "What do you mean by that?" You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then the other like when I say hooked up, it could mean anywhere from like a make out to like raw dog anal.
Yeah, that's how I picture it. Raw dog anal is
Yeah.
hooking up. Because otherwise I just think, oh, we just made out. And I'm like, okay, not a big deal. Raw dog anal's not as bad because you don't get pregnant that way. Although you still
know.
can maybe get STDs that way.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what
true.
someone told me. I can never do anal. I have hemorrhoids all the time.
Really.
Have you had them? They're wild.
I probably had a hemorrhoid in life. You know
Well,
what
you
I
would
mean?
know if you like go to the bathroom number 2 and then you're bleeding.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that? You get it.
I would just bled for my pussy from sex. I don't know.
What?
I'm trying to think. I probably have had a hemorrhoid and blood. Like, it's me. Like, of course I have.
From-
This guy's dick
really?
was so big.
See, yeah, that's why I'm not into like the huge horse ones.
Yeah, there's no need.
He mentioned, but what part was bleeding? I wonder.
Like, my
cervix?
vagina ripped. I felt like I was having a kid.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
Did it stretch it out or like permanently or went back?
This was in Europe, and I just kegeled the whole flight
Oh
home.
my God. Was it uncircumcised?
It was circumcised.
In Europe?
I know. I was shook. It was in
shit.
Paris. Maybe in Paris. they
In
do it.
Paris. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You've had international hookups.
This was my first
Love
like
it.
real international. Like I had to do it for the bucket list.
Did he
You know
speak
what I mean?
English?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love. That's
it was
hot.
a slay. It was such a slay. God love him. God miss him.
Oh, you have such good stories. I think you should just write a whole book about like hookups, all the hookups you had, because I love sex stories. I wish I could say more on YouTube. I think they're so fun.
I debated doing that. Like I still am on the fence of if I want my first book to be like silly, and then my second book is like the be all tell all, or if I want to do be all tell all then silly. Maybe silly first.
Yeah, silly first. Then you should do sexy. I think you should do
Yeah.
all your sex stories.
Or like a silly sexy. I was gonna do like a book where I just
Oh.
detailed every person I'd ever like dated or had a thing with. But
Oh my
God, so many people would hate me if I did that.
Really? Would you say their? Don't say their names.
Even if I didn't say their names, it's like so obvious.
Yeah,
you
give
know
the
what I
obvious
mean?
clues.
Yeah, but that's so they all would hate me. You know
really?
what I mean?
But I think you'd have glowing reviews. Every guy you've talked about seems to have good reviews.
Ooh, I don't.
Have you ever had bad? I've never had bad sex. I think like sour sex is okay.
Yeah,
it's all good.
You know, yeah, no, I know, but I just think I would tell people's like secrets and funny shit and
Oh,
like,
they're little like fetishes.
yeah, or just funny like anecdotal things. Kathy Griffin wrote this book that's like called like the celebrity like A to Z something, where she dead ass like every like first chapter's A, second chapter's B, third like C, D, E, F, right?
Right.
And you should read it. It's hilarious. And so A is every celebrity that starts with A. She just writes their literal name and like an encounter she had with them and like airs them the fuck
my
out.
gosh,
Like
how'd
it's-
you-
like T would just be like Taylor Swift. She'd be like, one time I met Taylor in a green room at like da da da. Like
How did
and
she get
it's-
away with it?
I have no. Some of them are like almost their name. Like I don't. It was like for Demi Lovato, she did like Demi Lo something like else. Like she did like different ones. But I
Don't
was
come for Demi Lovato. They'll come for you. I talked about her frozen yogurt thing one time, and I get still hate for it. I'm like, oh my God,
Really?
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I do love Demi. I think
I love
Demi's
Demi
great.
too.
But
I'm just,
Yeah, I mean, the frozen yogurt thing was fucking funny. Come on. She knows that now. Demi knows that now, though.
Okay,
Demi will
because her
make
sister
jokes.
came for me recently on Twitter. Her
She's a
sister was on
sister?
Desperate Housewives, yeah, and she was like my favorite
What?
child actor on there. And she's like, Trisha's still so awful. Why is everyone on her side? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did, and I feel really bad.
my God.
And
The
I loved her on
Levatics.
Desperate Housewives. I want her on the podcast too.
Okay.
I literally just said the whatever.
I appreciate anyone who can just admit some shit's funny. Like, even I just saw Demi make a joke about the frozen yogurt thing, and I was like, fuck yeah. Like, that's what you got to do, you know? But people who get mad at people for laughing at some shit that's like fucking funny. Like, oh my God, I'm going to say, this is the last time, mark my words, I will say anything about this fucking human being, but like the ukulele. Like, some people in my comments were like, it's a serious matter. I'm like, okay, but I'm not discussing the serious matter. At the end of the day, apologizing for anything with a fucking instrument is fucking hilarious.
Oh my God, girl, she sent it to me, and I was like, what do I say?
There's no way she gave you the unlisted heater link.
I don't know if it was unlisted. I think she might have published it and just sent it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. Because she was like, I don't know. It was.
I wish you came back on your video with like I kept saying, next time I have to apologize, you're seeing me with a harp. Like, I'm going to be playing the harp. Like, I'm so sorry that I did this.
Oh, I don't know. I
Bible.
had to be unserious, right? I had to be unserious. I don't know. I don't understand. Like, that's what I'm saying. All of this, like, fucks with me.
You and I are fucking delusional, dude.
Yeah.
But if you and I apologize with an instrument, I think, like, Moses would be like, hey, maybe no.
Yeah,
or Paige
like,
would be like, hey, maybe don't.
Yeah, and she has people she, like, renting advice. I'm like, I'm so confused by it.
Hilarious,
Maybe they were
though.
trying to sabotage her. Check your inner circle, girl. Maybe they were trying to sabotage.
That's facts.
But
funny, though.
first of all, Chanel, everything. Thank you.
You're so
I could literally
cute.
talk for hours. We went over 2 hours.
Trisha, I'm not kidding you. I would go for 4.
Oh my God.
I would go for 4.
I mean too. I could talk forever. I love doing podcasts with you.
I will keep going with you for the rest of my life. Anytime you want a podcast or need a guest or someone flakes, I will not.
Oh.
And that's a big statement coming from me.
Okay, I'm gonna call you like Jeff. I'll be like at the end of the night. I'm like, can you come out to this? I'm far from you.
You
I'm
know
very
we
far.
would. We
I
literally
was gonna
would.
get you a car service. I'm like, I'll book you a car service. I'll do whatever.
No, oh my God, no! This
Party
is
bus.
This is my Disneyland.
The sidemen can never. I'll fly them all out to this area. You know what I mean?
We're helicoptering it. It's like a hot pink helicopter. I get to see your ass doing some
that
shit
would
like
be
that.
everything.
We have a lot to do, you and I.
Yes.
And I am determined to show you that there are good friends. In
No,
this
you've
world.
always been so nice, so
And
sweet.
I am not done yet, bitch.
I love you.
If you're coming for Trisha, you're coming for me, and that's also that's a statement, and I mean it.
You're the ride or die.
I love
And
you.
these creepy men, please leave Tana alone. She doesn't want to fuck you.
Yeah,
Unless she does, then check the DMs.
Yeah, 100%. And if you're gonna do it, just at least be funny, I guess. You're gonna be
Please
weird.
come back because I have 5,000 questions, none of which we got to. So
Trisha, I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you for coming. I can't wait to be on Cancelled tomorrow.
Tomorrow!
Yay! Hopefully it stays
Oh
up
my
this
God.
time. Oh,
It will
yes,
stay up
applause.
this time. We'll find the old
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Woo! That's
I didn't
Tana's
want-
posse.